I'm in Max. You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Twizzlers.
Why, hello.
Hello.
I'll just put my mic on. And welcome to session 10 of Saga of the Inukai Part 2 Empire
Kintsugi
Asunder
Chronicles.
Kitsune Chronicles.
Longest
Kintsugi.
This time we mean
There's a
it.
G.
Kintsugi.
G.
The electric
Kintsugi.
boogaloo.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
You said
Not quite.
kitsune, which is basically the folk.
I
the
did
fox,
not. I
the
said
fox.
kid.
Yeah, spirit.
fox wax.
I did not. Did I?
You did.
Yeah.
Roll tape.
I can't say that you're wrong.
We'll check the playback when it goes out later.
Pixar didn't happen.
You can tweet him at.
So, yeah. We haven't played this for a while. We're very excited to do it.
I'm Stu, your GM.
Yes.
I'm Jim, and I'm playing Daidoji Mako of the Crane Clan.
Oh, Stu is...
I'm Stork.
Stork is chewing.
And I'm playing Takashi, formerly of the Crab Clan, now of the Crane Clan.
You don't need to worry about Stork. If you're over 50, you're allowed to talk with your mouth full. It's the law.
I was trying to.
I don't think that
Is that a
applies
thing?
to...
Oh, yeah! You didn't know that?
That's like a new age thing to look forward to. Like, you know, it's like voting at 18.
All the podcast listeners are like,
drinking at
fuck
21.
no! They're yelling at us so
Yeah,
loudly.
it's the
and
old
then,
man.
Like,
It's not a thing.
25, you get the insurance break on your car
Right.
insurance. After that, there's nothing left
It's
to
called
look
the
forward
old man's
to.
prerogative.
Oh,
You can chew. You can talk with your
I
mouth full.
was sitting here and I'm like, this is a really long pause. I'm just going to have to talk. So, sorry.
No, you're allowed.
It's my bad for taking a bite. I thought you were going to do more of a preamble.
You're in the club.
My name's Eli, and I play Minoru, who's mean and has a beat stick.
Yep. I am Kimmy. I am playing Makiko, and I used to be Hira, and I'm no longer. And I'm also part of Team Beatstick with my giant Tetsuo.
and I'm Kadave, and I'm playing Ichiro, the friendly Shugenja with one arm. That used to be an Asawa Phoenix, and now happily has found a new home with the Crane.
Used to be a drummer for Death Record.
And then I lost one arm, and I just couldn't keep up anymore.
No,
they still kept
he
him.
had a. he
No,
had
I
a-
couldn't keep up with that guy. He was better than me.
Oh, okay. I
I
get
was
it.
gonna say he was.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why I lost
Yeah.
the job. Like with 2 arms, I was all right. But-
What a lot of people didn't know is he had 3 feet.
that's the secret.
Oh,
3 feet of what?
triple bass.
Yeah, triple bass drumming.
All right, so we had a game lo these many months ago.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember what happened in it?
Okay.
Eli watched the stream so he could remind himself.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Pre-planning.
Yeah.
what had happened is that we had boarded a boat to go to get into the Dragonlands. And upon that
boat.
trip, we made it to the Phoenix Land and to meet Kadave's, Ichiro's father, to try to gain access to the Dragon's Lands through his land.
Oh, I remember that.
And that did not work out.
Nope.
No.
Said, you know.
He said, Kano. So then we had hitched ourselves as bodyguards to a merchant caravan that was going to the dragon king that was going to be assaulted by the lion. So we made our merry way. We found the lion, and beat stick commenced. We hopped the wall. They burned stuff.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, you like laid your hand on a tower and it went up like a
Yeah.
Roman candle.
And he put
people
out the people
inside
that
it
were
were-
going to burn
Yeah, the suicide-
army.
Oh, yeah.
Stop them
Suicide
too.
Army, put them out.
That's right.
Remember, that's an important
most
thing.
of them.
Most of
Most
them.
of
I
them.
couldn't reach all of them.
Enough of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it didn't decimate the lions.
And wasn't that a vision that somebody had?
Yeah, that had been in one of my dreams. But we ended up coming in from another side. We didn't go in the way my vision saw, so it worked out a little differently.
Yeah, Dave rolled like 1,000,000 dice and went, nah, we ain't having that.
It was actually really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a great moment.
Yeah.
It's like
We were all
120
impressed.
burning people. It's like they're
And
all
we were like, Genjas can do stuff.
No, seriously, dude. It was like one of those cartoons where everything just goes up and it's just like one of those burnt matches and a bunch of people like sit it up
Right.
going, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
So then we saw the clan champion and 2 other guys fleeing. We promptly beat Stidig. Is that a term?
Beat stuck.
Beat stuck.
Yeah, beach stuff.
And
that's your EDM album.
yeah, beat stuck. We got rid of the Yojimbo. We went in after the Dragon Clan champion. He used a superpower. I didn't like it. I can't remember. I think Jim wasn't affected.
Did we take out? We took out one of the guys on the route to the keep because they were running
shot
in.
somebody
Yeah,
with
you
an
shot
arrow.
somebody
with an
like-
arrow, and then you guys took out the other guy. He was like alone in a room, stupidly, like none shall pass, and you guys are like, please.
Yeah.
And then
We
okay,
charged- and then we
and
went
you
in.
charged
Champion.
in.
Yeah.
And Dave and
We
I
watched the back door.
circled around. Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
That
Team
back
Beats
door
took
was safe.
him.
right.
Yeah.
But he like decimated us. We were gonna lose.
Well, remember his sword?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
had.
did the
Put a whammy
power.
on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was using the fear mechanic, but it was awe.
Yes.
So basically, it became everyone sort of became combat ineffective
Yeah.
because they had so many
Not
negatives.
sort of. It became super combat
Right,
ineffective.
Oh, we walked into this thing with a bunch of negatives from the battle. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim, though, he used his, like,
Yeah, you were the only one.
your, like, super pair up, like,
Oh, the karma
Oh, yeah,
tag.
yeah. I used my karmic
power.
tie.
That's right.
I remember that, and, like, that made you effective for that round.
Yes.
You were good.
And it made me effective for that one round.
yeah.
That's all
Yeah.
we needed.
And then Stork came in, shot him in the hand. He dropped the sword. Kimmy picked up the sword, and we looked like we were going to murder her.
Everybody thought they were gonna. They
Yeah.
have to kill me.
Yeah. And then we murdered him, the Dragon Clan champion.
Right.
He tried to commit seppuku. Jim stopped that process and killed him.
Yes.
And that's all I can remember.
And nobody got out that back door that we didn't want to get out that back door.
That's right.
I would just like to say.
And I think that's where we left it. Was like the sword lying on the floor and
No, there was more. There was
Okay.
more because you were taken down to a cellar
Yeah.
where that I believe were shown to the three previous crane people who'd been brought in and they'd been killed and allowed to rise. And they were tied up or something, weren't they?
Whoa.
I don't remember any of that.
Any of that.
I don't remember any of that.
Spoilers.
Didn't they take you down somewhere?
Nope.
Oh, yeah, we totally saw that.
Yeah.
I thought
Nope.
That's some cool game prep, though. I like it.
maybe it's been too long.
That's ready for It's real Halloween-y. It's pretty horrible.
I'm pretty sure you left us right after we had murdered the champion, and then maybe that was going to happen next. Who's
Did
Dave?
you watch you listened all the way to the end?
I might have skipped the end, you know. I was a good student.
I feel like some of us might have remembered that. That
I don't
seems like an
remember
important-
anything
I don't-
about
okay,
Zombie
all right,
Crane.
okay.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember that, Kimmy?
We got nothing.
All right.
I think I would probably remember something about that.
None of us remember.
I remember zombies, I feel like, because we would have beat stick them, too.
He's gaslighting us.
See, because I think that's maybe that's where I intended to leave it,
Yeah.
and maybe we were getting too close to the ending hour.
We were pretty messed up too. Like I'm not sure we could have actually taken another combat. So
Yeah.
maybe you called it because we were fucked up after
You guys were.
fighting the champion.
I would
No,
I would
each
give
one
it
has
a power
their-
that.
Yeah. Just about everybody had at least 20 points of damage on them.
Yeah.
It was pretty severe.
Oh, that's right. I got my ass handed to me
Yeah.
by arrows.
Or just the environment of battle.
Yeah, battle really.
Right, I was at.
Oh, yeah.
26. I was at 26.
It's like, yeah, you just take a bunch of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and because we all had negatives to hit.
And then
It's all
Jim
coming back
saved
to
my
me now.
life.
Yeah. I took,
yeah, I
I took my heroic opportunity to make sure that Dave didn't die.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I did the medicine on Stork to take him out of the super negative.
Right.
Right? I still have a -3 to hit.
I'm too beat up to even put on a band-aid, dude. It was bad.
Yeah, that's the mass combat rules or something?
Yeah.
So,
Battle.
boy, those are rough.
Yeah, they are.
Unless you're a Kimmy.
They were
It's not that
they were
bad.
fun. They were
so
interesting.
Or in Eli.
And it
Especially-
leaves your character in the state they would be in right after a big battle.
It just goes to show you
They're
after
not
you
pulling any
played this
punches.
game for a while, you get trained to build characters. In a
Yeah.
certain way.
Clearly, armor makes a big difference.
But
And
Eli
the battle
and I
skill.
had battle,
The
And the battle
skill.
skill.
and we did okay.
All right. So you guys are all still in this. It wasn't a chamber. If it wasn't a chamber, if I remember,
It was like a
it was a garden.
You're in a little
Right,
garden.
Right.
Like an interior
I was thinking
courtyard.
like Kill Bill. Was that
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
first one?
Yeah.
Ba, ba, ba. All right. So you're there,
Right.
and you had done. I believe
I had the
you,
sword, and then
there was some interplay between the two of you and this sword, or am I thinking of the previous sword?
No,
Oh man.
everyone was about to kill me because they saw me pick
Yeah.
up the sword.
and it worked for you.
Yeah. No.
The special magic worked.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
We
I
all
turned
got
all
impressed with
odd.
you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I think I shoved it down to the ground.
I think we put it in the
believe so.
scabbard.
Well, at first I shoved it down to the ground so you guys wouldn't kill me, and then you were going to go grab the special scabbard that you brought with you, and I think that's where we ended.
Where would you have kept the special scabbard?
On me.
You would have kept it with
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
I would assume so. Okay. All right.
In his pocket, folded up. So
In his bag of holding.
Special scabbard in his special
Yeah.
scabbard.
Oh my.
His prison scabbard.
You're in a weird area here.
What?
Oh, Stork's done time. But he's sensitive about that stuff.
Oh, sorry, man.
All right. So you
Rape is rape, and it isn't funny in any way.
That's
you've
absolutely
got
true.
you've got the sword and the scabbard, and you can hear that the sounds of the battle have gotten louder.
Like they're coming at us, or like the line we're now winning.
Like the battle is moving inside the gates.
Like a route.
Like the battle is moving inside the gates.
The lion have pushed forward after they defeated that small wave.
has it turned into a route though?
Fire
'Cause
bombs.
We were winning when we made it to the wall.
You are inside. You don't know. All you hear is noise.
Well, we can always just walk out there and kill anything that isn't a lion.
Yeah.
I would advise some level of caution
Do we?
because we're not in the best shape.
Well, we should take the sword and get as far away
Yeah.
as possible.
That is probably the priority. So yeah, we should get the hell out of here. Let the lion do their job.
Is there a way we could find a building that's still standing that Dave didn't burn down that we could get higher level to see?
Yeah, you only build out the one, burn down the one tower.
I know, but I just want to make it seem more epic.
Or murder hoboing.
No, specifically, his fire did not kill people. That
Right.
was-
Well, that spell can't hurt.
Assault
people.
hoboing. Okay.
Yeah, we can just maybe hobo.
It's the least lethal conflagration that you can think
Yes.
of.
Yeah.
There's plenty of buildings that are like 2 stories tall. around.
Okay.
In fact, the sort of building that helps enclose this garden is a 2-story structure.
Can I go up there and make a battle roll to try to figure out an escape path?
Sure.
Nice.
What the? 1422.
Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. You can pretty much kind of go back the way you came because basically there's a big open courtyard in the front of the thing, and it is. You can see that there's like a very thin line of dragon who are sort of trying to hold this ever expanding mass of lion coming through the gates. And in fact, you can see the clan champion with her standard bearers. What do they call? Do they have a name? Standard bearers.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm certain that they do.
I'm sure that they do.
They have a name for everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3 or 4.
It's almost like it's its own language.
Yeah.
Amazing. Standard bearer. I mean, we get it.
Standard bearers.
I'm sure that in
She's heavily
Japanese
engaged,
they
guys.
just called standard,
Standard, substandard.
And
bearer.
she doesn't care.
But actually,
I'm in no condition to
Mikoshi.
fight my way back out to her.
I'm kind of
Mikoshi?
I'm kind of concerned that that these lions are fighting these dragon. If more samurai die because of this, that will just weaken the empire for no reason. We need to figure out a way to put a stop to this before the dragon are completely wiped out.
Definitely.
So, where's the sword in the scabbard? Who's holding it?
I'm holding it.
Like, if you would please come with me, I want to head up to the top and see if I can try to talk some sense into these people.
Oh, up onto the top of the building.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the fewer people who know about the sword, the better. I would guess that most of the dragon are not even aware of its actual presence.
Yeah, but it's still a symbol of the badge of authority of the clan champion. And perhaps if they
So
know
your
that.
plan is to brandish it and tell them.
Oh,
to
I don't
calm
plan to
down.
brandish it. I just plan her to just hold it up and show it that
Yeah,
the
that's-
champion is
We
dead.
will have to pull it from the scabbard to show it.
Well, you show enough of it.
But can we do that with Wakasashi?
Yeah, we can do that with his Wakazashi. Yeah, we'll do that then.
Ah. Okay. All right. Damn it.
So,
I like that. Yeah.
so I'm going to go up to the top and see if I can sort of shout at people and try to get their attention.
Okay.
Can you get an air commie to project his voice?
I'm a little
He's
worn
out
out.
of juice.
It's been a long day.
I understand.
He needs a Rokugani sugar-free Red Bull.
They're double shot.
Double
espresso.
shots right there.
Yeah, those other two definitely need to go away because I'm buzzing now.
Yeah.
I,
He's organizing things. Move them away.
I almost never have caffeine at that
Yeah.
strength level, but I do something I'd wake up. Let's see. That would be. I'm going to say. Would that be perform? Maybe.
Probably. It's some shit I don't have. So it doesn't matter.
Oratory.
Oh, oratory would be exactly what it is. Where is oratory? I don't see oratory. Oratory must be a sub of something else.
It is not in the Team Beat Stick template.
Yeah.
It's
So low skill?
No, I think
oratory
it's
would be a high skill, I would imagine.
No, F that shit. I'm taking the dude's head.
Oh, there you go. Okay, all right,
If that doesn't get somebody's attention, I don't know what will.
all right.
Is it
No.
still identifiable?
If I recall correctly, he was bald.
All right.
Just letting you know that.
Hard to hold on
no
to
easy handle.
It's all right, man. I'll just do the
Bowling
Dr.
ball
Chip.
ball.
thing.
with his wakizashi.
Palman.
No, I'm going to stand up on top of that and into the middle of the dragon lines. I'm holding it by his wakizashi, and I'm going to just toss it over.
Flick
there.
it out there.
Nice.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Make sure that I'm not touching the head. I'm just like,
right.
but to get their attention, and I'm going to go, stop this. Your champion is dead. This war is no longer valid. The Dragon Clan champion has fallen like many others to the doom of a cursed sword. This battle is unwarranted and will only serve to hurt the Empire if you're truly a servant of Rokugan. Stop this madness now.
Okay. So you're screaming out
Yeah.
over the din of the fight. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me like a, I don't know, maybe like stamina or something.
Yeah, sure.
Earth, maybe.
Earth.
That'll work.
Welcome to Earth.
So that's an 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Man, it's close enough. All right. Some people start to turn and they see the head kind of arcing down, and they start to the dragons start to break ranks, and the lion are pretty much just keep pushing,
You're doing the Conan.
keep pushing,
Yeah. Exactly.
and within a few minutes, probably 3-4 minutes, the fighting has mostly stopped. There's some people pursuing people sort of down the streets farther
Right.
in, but for the most part, it stopped. And you can definitely see the lion champion and her retinue are like right in the middle of this.
Well, I'm going to
We
try.
should go.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. We've done all we can.
Well, and the Lion Champion has helped us this far, and
She's-
she has acted with honor before.
She's trustworthy in my book.
I trust no one with these swords but us.
Absolutely. But I trust her to
Especially
clean
with
this
an
up.
army behind her back. If she decides she wants this sword, we would not be able to stop her.
Okay.
So yeah,
GTFO!
can
Well,
I have,
you guys can. I mean, you're close to a wall.
can I get like eye shot of the lion chick and just give her a knowing
Sure.
glare, just like a,
Salute.
just like I'm leaving it up to you. We're gonna tell her.
Like a nod of
Yeah, yeah,
that very stoic samurai nod?
indeed.
yeah, just like that.
It would be a bow.
It's a head bow.
Yeah.
Not the pastry, but the...
I had some
She made fresh bao.
That's good.
Love that. Love that episode. Anyway, okay. Well, there's a wall like right behind you. I mean, if you don't need to go back to where you came over the wall,
Cool.
you've got one right here.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
good with that.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Do I have to roll to go over the wall? Okay.
This wall climbing business is for the birds.
I want to take a quick look. Oh, I can't touch his dead body, can I?
Birds don't climb walls.
Sort of hoping he had a
That's
death
what I mean.
haiku
Leave
or
it to
something
them.
on him, but never mind.
You might be able to rifle through some of his belongings if you want to look for a death haiku.
Or just something.
I mean, technically, you're not actually handling the body per se.
Just don't physically touch it.
Yeah, you just don't touch
It's kind
skin.
of iffy, but
Don't check under his drawers or anything.
yeah,
I mean, if you wanted to
poke at
like
it with a stick.
check in his belt.
Because at the end he did try to do the right thing, which is commit seppuku, right?
No, that was for his own honor. That wasn't for like the right thing for anybody
okay.
else but
Yeah.
him.
Never mind.
Yeah, fuck that
Right.
guy.
All right.
He's gonna do the right thing when he knew Team Beat Stick was on the case.
Yeah.
He would have gave up.
So when you get up to the top of the wall, you notice that there are lion. There's lion on the other side with ladders, and they're like halfway up going,
God damn it.
and it's like not registering that you're not dragon. Oh, it is registering that you're not dragon, but it's confusing them.
It's like, it's done. It's over. You can just use the front door now.
Leave the ladder, though.
Yeah, we need that.
I'll just a minute.
Just give me a sec. Jeez.
They'll let you use the ladders.
Oh, that's
Alright,
very
cool.
kind.
Very kind of
And they're sort of patting your backs as you're coming down.
Not too hard. Ow. Ow.
There's arrows all over him.
There it is.
It's like a pin
I'm
cushion.
down 26 points.
Yeah. I'm down like 20.
Manora has this look like I'm not used to all this touching.
48.
There it goes.
So you get down, and there's like a probably the equivalent of like a sergeant, like a non-commissioned officer of some kind,
Chewy.
rides up and says, "If you are wounded, we can have someone look at you."
Probably be a good idea to have a professional look at our wounds. Yeah, that'd be great.
Do we have time for this? We don't have time for this.
Well, if we're caught unawares by zombies or something in the road, we should probably be at the best health we could possibly be. If we can spare just a few moments.
Heaven only knows what other forces are out there already.
Then we could have just gone. Yes. All right. Believe me, I'm hurt. I just don't think it's a good idea to be tarrying with this sword any longer than we have to. But yes, I would definitely.
If it takes
definitely
an
use
hour
some
to be
bandages.
healed, then we can travel better and faster.
I agree.
Yes.
You know what? Fuck that sword. I'm sick of being scared of you, sword.
That's convincing.
Yeah.
I'm sure the sword believed you.
You don't have to be scared. You just have to respect
So
it.
it's like,
It's so full of shit.
it just waits and you keep looking at it. It's like,
I'm gonna stay sitting on my horse. Or
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go get my horse, and I'm gonna like literally be sitting on my horse with the sword, waiting while they're getting
Okay.
fixed up.
I'm
you aren't hurt?
assuming.
No, I'm fucked up as shit, but I'm not letting go of the sword, and I'm not taking my armor off while I'm holding the sword. So, but I do think it's a good idea for some other people to not be almost about to die.
Yeah.
That's a very good idea.
well, I think you need to be healed up too.
Yeah, because we were going to hide behind when
Yeah,
we
we
get
didn't-
attacked.
Right, but
Countless times we've been into fights.
Well, we can see if we can just have a Shugenja try to do it magically so it isn't like a medical procedure.
because I'm not taking off my armor.
No, I wouldn't want you to. Not with that thing. We need to take every freaking insurance we can. Because the nightmare is that Team Beat Stick goes bad. Because that would be bad.
Would it? That'd be an amazing story.
Team Beat Stick goes bad.
Makiko thinks that's the worst. Kimmy's like,
Shit goes south for Rokugan.
yeah. That sounds fascinating.
Okay. Well, he leads you down to where there's a creek, and there's a couple of Shugenja down there, and there's a bunch of samurai who've been sort of like brought.
Triaged.
Yeah. And as you walk up, they sort of look at you. Who's the most injured here?
I'm not there though.
Probably me. Where do you? I'm down 26.
You're down 6 more than me.
I'm injured.
85.
Well, that was really bad, but he healed me. I'm at. I think I'm only at nicked. You're at injured,
Yeah.
so you're down like 40 points.
Yep, 48.
No, but I think that you have strength of the earth or something that
Yeah.
ignores the negatives.
No, I don't get or ignore all of them, but
Oh.
Okay.
I'm okay.
So they point at you and
I
they
still have 2 more boxes.
they tell you to step into the creek.
Oh, no, I'm not getting off the horse. Wait, I didn't go down with them.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. All right.
I'm going to stick with her.
Because basically, this guy's just leading you basically down the road that led up to the main entrance of.
Okay, well, if we're not going into a building, I'll go with. I'll
No,
be,
no.
okay.
You're leaving. You're leaving
Okay.
the
Okay.
Dragon Keep.
Okay. Then, well, yes, I will go with them. But
Okay.
we're all on our horses or ponies.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you were all on
Okay.
ponies. They probably would have given you ponies rather than you have to go all the way around to the.
like, let's walk around the whole city to the other side.
Yeah.
Because the unit you were with probably grabbed all those ponies anyway, wouldn't they?
No, I gotta take my pony because I hate resyncing Bluetooth, and that's a pain.
Lose all your
I have
radio
this-
stations.
I have the seat set just like I like it.
But
It's
yeah,
okay. On the side of the saddle, there's a little
Well,
memory button. You just
I'm all about getting healed up. Straight
Okay.
up. Just like, big fan. Whatever
Well,
they need me to do.
one of the Shugenja sort of looks and points at you and beckons you to come down to the water.
Okay. Are we all going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going by myself. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Well, I would wait for you since you're wrecked, and
Okay.
I'm like,
We kind of all need
you
to
know.
lean on each other too. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care how stoic you are. I mean, you're going to limp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're kind of
I'm really okay.
You're going to be stiff.
Yeah.
I'm just I'll
You're
go
fine.
last.
So I go down to the water. I'm
She and
still
I
holding
are.
the sword, though.
She and I are like
Yeah,
walking wounded.
Yeah, they're about to fall down.
that's why I'm like, I get where you're going with this. Don't want to let go of the sword thing, but you're going to instantly die the next time we run into something bad.
Oh no, it's a vicious squirrel.
Yeah. That chinchilla looked at you funny, and now you're dead.
Squirrels are vicious. Squirrel Girl took down Galactus.
That's
You
true.
know, don't.
My pony stumbles, and I'm like, oh god,
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, I take one damaged wound from the
Right.
saddle.
the groin.
So one of them sort of kind of almost, it's almost like baptism. Kind of lays you down in the water, and you can sort of start to feel the
Water coming.
no, you can start to sort of feel the fatigue sort of wash away,
Okay.
and
That's cool. I could totally see that. The water coming swing,
Yeah.
pulling it out of you. That's really cool.
It's
you're
water
going to
magic.
heal
Yeah,
7
it's
per round.
Okay. Cool.
All of us.
Yes, eventually, if you don't look wounded, they're not going to call you.
So.
Oh, it's bad. I mean,
I think I'm a death's door, guys.
Oh,
look at this.
I'm in so much
Look at
pain.
this.
So
This is blood.
Oh, I lost an arm. I need help.
Amazing how far these
How
people
funny
will
would
go
it be?
for a
It's
free
like, we
lollipop.
can fix
Right.
that for you.
No, they can't.
You never know.
So and they'll let you lay there as long as you want. I mean, at some point they'll kick your ass out. but-
Four rounds.
Yeah,
1.1 rounds.
One round. So I just however many rounds they want. Okay. Well, I will go one.
It just works.
All right.
That's
now,
regrow the wound. It's a water spell.
Now that
Master
we are,
level 3.
better and slightly moist, let's move on.
Now you're uncomfortable when you're sitting on top.
All right. So 2 rounds. It's
chafes.
grazed.
Does that replenish void?
Squint, squint, squint.
No.
What?
No.
No.
It doesn't
No.
replenish
You
void.
have to sleep.
I can make tea later.
It's fine. Sleep does it too. I just was wondering because that seems like a thing it could happen. I don't know.
So I'm gonna stay in there for 5 rounds. 5 rounds is
8 days.
8 no.
All right. A week.
16 hours.
Yeah.
And that section of the water is actually warm. It's almost
Anybody want any
hot.
more? Anything on that?
That just depends on who is upstream.
Yeah, I always get that was my first thought. I'm like, I was on swim team. When you hit the warm spot, that is not good.
That's the kid's side of the pool.
No, they don't let you out of the pool when you're on a swim team.
Is that a tactic when
You just go. Like
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone's horrified now. Sorry.
Nope.
Welcome to the world of sports.
That's why I don't use
Well, if
public
you're ever in
pools.
Boy Scouts and did the mile swim.
That's the ocean. It's already full.
No, ours was in Taquit's in a pool.
I know
Oh.
that was actually a tactic in.
I
that's
did mine in
water polo.
Cherry Valley.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what Zachary did. Did his.
Yeah,
That's not surprising.
90% of that game is under the water and it's not pleasant.
Oh yeah, they make their toenails super sharp.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of groin kicking and scraping and
Yeah.
Really?
yeah, water polo is gnarly.
Vicious as fuck.
Because Wilson High School in Long Beach had a good water polo team.
All right.
All right.
So all right, I'm healed. Everyone's healed.
Yeah.
Oh, thank heavens.
My water or my armor's super.
Squinch, squinch,
Yeah.
squinch, 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 squinch. As
It's
you're
the worst when you're wet and riding in a saddle like that.
But are we going to head straight back home? Is that where the swords are being kept, or are the crabs still involved in that?
The crab, we tried to get
yeah.
involved, and they got horrendously murdered, except for him.
It's the crane have them buried in the backyard. Basically.
Where are we on the map? Do we have a map?
We're
We still
far
have to
from
get
You
on
know-
a boat and everything.
I can kind of give you. I can use the map in the back. I mean,
Yeah, that's
you guys are up over here. Where? Let's see.
Dragon's Central Top.
Gentlemen, this isn't the same layout map as the one I had online.
No.
They've changed their map so many times for L5R.
Every time an edition comes out, they change the map.
You're sort of over here somewhere,
Okay.
which is really over here. But whatever. And you need to get back to here.
So we're way north, and we need to go way south.
Yes. And you're going to be going through Lion Lands, maybe Scorpion
I think
Lands.
we need to go through another.
Or
Try to figure out
a
another
boat.
boat ride. Yeah.
That's
It's a
going to
long
take.
ride.
It's not
You
winter.
pretty much got to go back to Phoenix to do that. But you can do that.
I mean, it's going to be probably faster and safer than trying the overland route. Everybody asking
In
for
winter?
papers or whatever. No,
It's not winter.
Winter's done.
Yeah, we're done.
That's
It
not
is
out.
early spring.
Winter is going.
So it must be going. It's a muddy month.
It is muddy.
I am.
A boat ride.
I'm on a boat.
I mean, yeah, I mean, our orders are to bring the swords back to Venukai, so
Yep.
that is what we will do.
Yeah.
You're going to go back to his dad's place?
I don't remember. Did he kick us out permanently? Like, if I ever see you guys again, I will kill you? Was that what he
No,
said?
he was like, I'm not letting you go through my lands to get there, officially.
So we officially have not asked if we can go through his lands to leave.
Well, you would have to ask him.
Well, his position was, I have no official connection to
He
you.
wanted
and
plausible
whatever you're doing.
deniability. That's what he wanted.
I'm just trying to remember. I remember that. I just didn't remember, like if I see you again, then I'm killed. Okay, you get this one.
No,
okay, good.
no.
Because I would hate to come back again and get killed.
No,
Yeah,
because
that would
like
suck.
Okay.
I think my mom would beat him up if he tried to do that.
Probably.
Before or after?
Just checking.
After.
During,
Well, and he was somewhat helpful because we had asked him to. Was it get information for us or find out? No, he was going to have his
You're gonna research
Shugenjas look
more
into a
about the
final
sword.
solution for the swords.
Right.
So he was acting somewhat honorable as far as like he wants to help destroy the swords, but he also wanted the political deniability to say he wasn't.
Are we all laughing about the final
Yes.
solution of the sword?
we are.
Sorry.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
Poor choice of words.
Trying to keep it under
I
wraps.
apologize.
I
Yeah.
Trying.
smiled and then I looked up and I lost it. Game over. It's like the taint all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. No. I mean, yeah. So the solution to like actually destroy the swords, because so far
Nothing.
we haven't found a way to actually destroy them.
Correct.
Yeah.
You can make them not swords, but they
they're-
still seem to be good content houses.
Yeah. So when we'd like to make them not that.
We can remodel for them.
Right.
I'd be pissed though if I had a nice sword and someone melted it into just a blob, and that's what I had to live in then.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you think they're so
Be
angry?
happy about it.
They were angry when they got there.
So let's head back. And we've got enough money we could hire a boat to get home.
works for me, man. I just want to get this thing off.
I
Our
don't
persons.
feel like I'll be able to convince my dad to give us any other help,
No.
but you're welcome to ask if you want.
As long as he doesn't obstruct as well.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah,
just
I think we're
what
gonna
he
be
did
okay.
before, it's fine.
Okay, so you are going back to
My only
Daddy Daimyo?
fear is that they will take it upon themselves to remove the sword from us
That is my
to
fear as
attempt
well.
their fix. Because I know how well that worked out.
The route back overland takes us through Scorpion lands, and we know that they intentionally redistribute these swords. So I'm hesitant to go through Scorpion lands because they're
No.
obviously questionable.
It's a risk we might want to take. I just don't know if we need to.
Maybe we
make
don't
ourselves
advertise. Maybe
known.
we don't advertise that we have the sword.
Maybe we just don't let your parents
Yeah,
know.
if we
We
just-
just go to the docks.
We just
hire
go to
a
the
Yeah.
docks, hire a boat, and get the hell out of Dodge. Works
He
for
would
me,
probably
man.
appreciate it too, because that way he doesn't have to come up with some story about why he isn't imprisoned you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start heading east, back towards Phoenix. Now, are you going to try to check in with the Shugenja there, or no?
What do you
No,
I mean,
because of what you just said.
right, but they also like were looking into seeing if they could find a way to destroy them, like really destroy them.
Didn't they say they were going to send people down to Crane Lands to work with the Shugenja down there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did.
But they
Okay.
had-
So
okay.
we'll just keep it at that.
Okay, right.
'cause
I didn't
also
remember that
think
part.
the hidden unknown is we learn that these swords reach out to people, that they're active agents in their own survival. So how do we know that anybody isn't compromised?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think Makiko is correct. We're in a mode of we can't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Period.
And I am, like, I have held these swords for long journeys before, but the shorter the journey is, the better chance of success of having one of these carried without one of us being corrupted.
Right.
Rock on, Frodo.
Don't hand it off to
gonna be-
Boromir.
Yeah.
You
This
keep
is
that
going to be
one,
the
Frodo.
longest
Yeah.
journey, though.
Tis just a trinket.
This is going to be the longest journey.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So, I think we should consider the possibility that you're not going to be able to hold it the whole time.
Yeah.
It's in that
Also, if we're on a boat, we could always try to sink the boat if something goes horribly bad.
Well, it is in the scabbard, but as we've noticed, the scabbards don't hold up forever. So at some point it might creep out. I don't know how long the journey will be. It's safe in its scabbard for now, as long as it's so it doesn't have to be on your person at all time.
And also, the fastest way back would be by sea. So
Completely.
Yeah. No, for sure.
That's not an argument.
That's-
we have to
yeah.
get a boat.
Yeah.
let's
Whether
go.
we buy one and sail it
I
ourselves.
don't care if we're on a freaking rowboat and I have to row our asses all the way back. We'll do it.
I think perhaps you might not be the strongest choice for rowing.
Why not?
Never mind.
It's possible that the ship that we came in on is still there, because I don't think we've been gone that long. Well, maybe we have. It's probably been a week or two, huh?
I was knocking his strength.
Oh,
Our strength is 3. I don't know.
that's pretty strong, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty
What are you
strong.
talking about?
Right, but I'm Grab, man. I'm like,
Don't let the hair fool you.
Okay. So you guys make it back to the city in the Phoenix Lands. Daddy Domino's kicks. And no one's accosting you, or...
I'm gonna pull a Captain Ramius. I'll write a letter
Oh, okay. All right.
and leave it to be delivered tomorrow
Right.
after we've already set sail
Who's Captain Ramius?
from Hunt for Red October.
Hunt for October.
Captain Ramius. Okay.
Yeah.
Goosh. Drops his little teacup.
Parushke. One pin.
One ping on it.
This is gonna be the best boat ride ever. I'm so excited.
Okay. So you guys go down to the docks.
It's the bottom of the hour. He's got a crazy mantis to the right.
Crazy man.
oh, man.
Stay in his pocket.
Because there are certain things in this department that do not react well to Maho.
Okay. So do you guys go down?
Cook.
Do you guys go down in the evening to try to find a boat that's leaving in the morning, or are you going to wait until
Yeah.
the morning? Okay. All right. There is a ship, it's a mantis ship that is going to be heading to Murasabishitoshi.
Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah.
How much money do they need to let us all on?
An appropriate amount.
We will give them the appropriate amount, and if we can get on ASAP, because I think we should all.
Well, they're leaving in the morning.
That's okay. We
But
can
if they'll
sleep
let us board
on a boat.
and
We got no
be
place to
ready.
stay.
We'll give them a significant tip.
Okay. All right. You can do that.
Never eat yellow snow.
Yeah, I'm not going
That's
to
a
be
good
wandering around the town all day. No.
What? It could be lemon.
Good luck.
Never buy like a lemon snow cone. Just don't. Watermelon or bust. Blue.
The loop.
Blue is okay.
Yes.
Except
Oh my god, please let's get on the boat.
we're on the boat. This is boat cock.
Boat cock.
And it's the night. It's the night before you're leaving. So.
Talk of otter pops.
Hey, there are alcoholic otter pops in the freezer in the refrigerator here. Did you guys know that?
No.
I did not know that.
That's right.
They're slushies because it's not quite cold enough to
enough.
actually freeze them, but they're in there. There's like a margarita one and a couple others, like a vodka.
That's a
martini.
thing that they make?
Yeah, we bought those
genius.
last
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
That's we got those. I'm like,
Yeah.
where did these come from?
I'm still bringing those to fair, maybe. Not that I might. If I were to, never mind.
It's fine. If they're watching, it'll be fine.
So the next morning, you set sail. Is there anything anyone wants to do during the long trip?
I'm gonna look for a game of Go, like a literal game, not
Okay.
I want to play somebody. Like I just want to get a game,
Okay. Before you guys leave.
like the board. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can easily find that. Nice one, the big thick one with the.
I don't need a nice one. Crap.
Oh, just a little one. Okay.
Just a little one.
Okay.
Just a roll out piece of leather.
I started playing Go. It's a hard game. It is really hard.
So, okay.
I'm going to spend some time repairing Kimmy's armor.
You notice that as she's carrying this sword, because this is a long trip. This is probably like a 3-week trip, maybe almost a month, all the way down the coast.
Yeah.
And you were seeing the jade start to darken and soften
Well, hopefully she moves it around a bit.
at an alarming rate,
Okay.
more so than you've had.
But it's still in the
noticed before.
scabbard.
It's still in the scabbard, and the jade in the scabbard is also softening and
away.
darkening
Yeah.
at an alarming rate.
It is really, really wants to get out.
To the point where you figure, I mean, within the first week of the trip, you figure by the time you guys get to Murasabisi Toshi, she will have no jade in her armor, and, the jade in the scabbard.
So here's
will
what
be
I'm
gone.
thinking. I have some jade with me.
Right.
Perhaps I'll make like a line, a cloth with it, and then wrap the cloth around that scabbard. Once it gets to the point where it seems to be useless again, to give us some more.
Okay.
It's a Band-Aid, ostensibly.
Right.
Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like take a couple of stitches just to stitch the
Yeah,
bits of jade
exactly
in,
what
and then
you're
wrap
saying.
it around. Okay.
Right. Exactly what you're saying.
Maybe we can put it in a box or a crate and nail it shut, so that your armor is somewhat preserved.
Well, the armor is going to keep it in. It will keep it from contacting people. So the jade, while it may be destroyed, it will keep it from reaching out to members of the crew, other passengers, at least a little.
But what are they going to do, even if it does?
We'll draw attention to the fact that the sword is here. If they try and steal it, we'll have to kill them. That may cause problems with the captain.
We can just guard it in our cabin or space.
Agreed. But
I'm just trying to make sure that we all get there intact.
Not my strength. I know very little of this. So
It's either the jade's going to keep working or it's not.
I've got some jade. We can keep it contained, but his concerns are legitimate, which is if this sword gets out and starts influencing people, I mean, we could be killed in our sleep. I prefer to have it on her at all times, because at least if somebody tries to take it from her, she will wake up or will at least be able to defend it. If it's in a box, we don't know if it's in there or not.
It's not difficult to feel where it is.
she's going to give you like a very odd look when you say that.
It's like looking at a beautiful painting and someone forgot to add the color to a big circle in the middle. There's nothing around it. The kami fear it.
Yep. Only you can see that or feel that. The rest of us just see a sword.
Well, I
Until it's
understand.
gone.
But it's
I also think that I'm certain that the ship is probably stopping off in a few places to load and unload cargo, and if we can find some more jade to purchase, perhaps enclosing it in yet another trapping of jade might help.
I think I have enough to get us back to Mitsubishi Toshi. I'll just stock up when we get there. Didn't we raid their? We don't. I don't
You
have
don't
enough.
have enough. No.
Okay.
No, because I mean, her armor. First off, has a lot of jade on it, and the scabbard that you made has a good amount of jade. You used a lot of the jade you made to make the
Okay.
scabbard, and to replenish, and her tetsubo, because you put a bunch of
that's
that.
right.
You've used a lot. You've used a lot of it.
I thought that last time we were at Mitsubishi Toshi, because we were on a mission from God, I stocked up on all the jade. I basically
You did
the armor.
You
But
did.
we've used it.
But
But
we've
you've used it.
All right.
Because remember, we also, one of the other swords, we put jade on top of it.
Okay.
So about the second day of the second week of your trip, you're all asleep, most probably in hammocks, I would imagine, below decks, and you hear some screaming, and it's the sound of someone having their ass chewed, like, God, what the hell are you doing? And you can hear someone upstairs apologizing profusely, and the ship had, just before all this happened, the ship lurched dramatically.
Great.
I'm going to cock my gun. The engines have stopped. I'm going to go up and take a look around.
When you first said with someone getting their ass chewed, I'm like, oh, good, a monster's attacking. I was like, and then
It's
you
a
started
shark.
yelling. I'm like,
Once
oh,
again.
No, I meant literally.
literally. Yeah. No, I thought you meant
No.
literally. You mean
Figuratively.
figuratively.
That is literally.
Yeah. It's not. Literally is having a
I
monster
know.
eat the ass.
I know.
Okay, just clarifying.
There's a soundbite for this game right there.
It's a whole different meaning to Full Metal Jacket. Different movie, man.
Full Metal Jack off?
Well, I'm going to go up and
Okay.
see what the ruckus is about.
All right. You get up there, and it's almost dawn. I mean, it's like pre-dawn. The sky is starting to lighten a little bit. You can sort of see the features on the sea. And there is... you are passing really close to a rocky reef. Like, dangerously close to it. And you can see that one of the sort of... I don't know if they have a captain, but is basically dressing down the tillman,
The helmsman?
and he is
Pilot.
and you start to look around, and all these guys, they've got bags under their eyes, and they look like they have been awake for 3 or 4 days straight, and they've got shifts, but they look beyond exhausted.
Great.
Including the daimyo. Would it be a daimyo? I don't know what it would be.
No, he's a
No,
captain.
he's a captain.
Captain, okay. Including the captain. He also looks freaking exhausted.
They called they called the captain of the ship in Shogun Unjin, which meant pilot.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this guy's actually not the pilot, because the pilot's the guy's getting his ass chewed.
Okay. Well, what? Yeah, whatever. Unjin was the captain of the ship, isn't he?
No, because...
The Richard Chamberlain character?
No, Richard Chamberlain was the navigator,
Oh,
which is
all right.
what the Portuguese guy was, too.
So
That's
these guys
the-
are really tired.
They're the ones that had the coordinates and all that stuff. Yes, they're exhausted.
Compliance.
They haven't been sleeping,
Yeah, fuck it.
or they've been having bad dreams.
Indeed.
I'll give you 3 guesses as to
What
what's
the
causing
source
that,
says, yeah.
and the first 2 don't count.
The rest of you?
I'm fine.
I'm feeling
I
all
haven't
right.
had a dream at all.
Yeah, all of you. Have
I'm going to
slept
go up
pretty
and talk to
soundly.
the captain
The
then.
sword knows who to target, and it knows that we would recognize it if it approached us.
Not necessarily.
Tachio would be captain.
That is good.
Left-handed.
I think
It's lefty.
Tachio?
Yeah.
Tachio would be
Tachio?
captain. Tachio, I think.
Or Tachio? Usually the emphasis is on the second
I'll
syllable.
go talk to Touch.0 or whatever.
Okay. All right.
He goes, why are we so dangerously close to shore?
You will forgive us, but the crew has not been sleeping as they should, and they are not paying as close attention, especially at night, in the hours when most would be sound asleep.
How far along are we on our trip?
It's been about a week and a day,
Okay, so about a third of the way, kind of.
about a third of the way. You are, I can probably tell you, roughly. What's CN stand for? Is that?
Crane.
I guess it is Crane. That's Crane. Yeah, that's like just at the northernmost tip of Crane Lands. Probably is where you are right now.
Okay.
Perhaps we should disembark and travel the rest of the way.
It seems obvious to me that we're affecting the crew. And this cannot turn out well. We are in Crane Lands, so maybe it might be time to travel on foot to try to keep ourselves isolated as best we can.
Indeed. I do not want to end up with this sword at the bottom of the sea.
Nor having to combat several mutinous sailors who wish to.
It's doing this on purpose, you know. The dew claw's out there.
Indeed. Well, it seems like it wants us to
On
crash
land.
against the rocks.
Or
Yeah.
on
And then-
land where the dew claw can get to us.
Well, that we at least could defend ourselves against. The crewmen are my least worry. We could defend against them easily, but none of us could defend against the rocks if the ship starts to go down.
Well, if we have to kill the crew, we're still stuck on a boat.
Ask him how much further to our next port. And we could just
Well, I
disembark
asked,
that.
I asked the captain, well, we would like to disembark on the next possible stop. Where would you recommend?
String.
Ding ding. That's
stop,
Port Town.
so-
Hold on, let me see what city that is real quick. C7.
You sank my battleship.
CN7. CN7. Excuse me. Sorry, Canada. It's a
coughing,
sevenfold
you know?
palace. The Doji family's. It's the sevenfold palace. Is the basically the Doji.
The Doji headquarters.
Yeah.
Kyuden Doji.
Well, something happened with them.
Are you talking to the captain or are you talking to us?
No. Like out of character. There's
Sure.
something that happened with the Doji earlier in this game.
Yeah, killed the.
That's what it was. All right.
Actually,
cool.
you didn't kill him.
Well,
You took his
challenged
sword.
me to it. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was must have been
First
before
sword.
me.
Right.
Yeah, that was before. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That was when you were
Three of
willing to
us.
act like ninjas before someone came along.
That was not me. No, I was not.
No, it wasn't you.
No, I was the one who did not. They stole the sword without my being there.
Dude, are we playing samurai or are we playing ninja? I'm just-
Exactly. Thank you.
It was effective.
That was bullshit. All right.
I don't know. I love the Doji. They're like totally my peeps. I'm all a big fan of this. Yeah, cranes. Yeah,
It'll be fine.
Yeah,
They're squishy.
It's awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much
Because he
it.
wasn't in charge anymore. He wasn't in charge anymore, so we're good.
No, he died.
Yeah.
He died in the valley.
Yeah. And his brother's.
And his brother's in
yes,
charge,
so-
yes.
and he likes us.
But really, it's not like we really have to report in with anybody. We
No.
can just grab some ponies and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
We don't have to do jack.
I just wanted to make sure.
Good memory, though. I didn't put that together.
It's still, somewhat neutral, somewhat safe territory. We're
Yeah.
probably not going to get
Better than the boat.
better than the boat and better than being in Scorpion
Better
Dragon
than
or
being killed by
Lion
nature.
Yeah.
Yes.
Although,
And
you
technically,
know,
the
they ain't
brother,
over
the
yet.
brother owes us, so if we wanted to call in a favor, we could probably get transferred.
Maybe. I feel like he already gave us some favors. But
I think the fewer people we tell about
Yes.
where we are and what we're doing, the better.
Well,
Absolutely.
the last time you saw him, the new champion, he was still in Murasabishu Toshi.
Because winter wasn't over yet.
right.
Correct.
So yeah, so we're dropping off.
Okay. So the next day or two later,
Yeah.
the ship comes into port,
Okay.
and you can hear the scuttlebutt that the captain's going to keep the ship in port for a few days, figure out what's going on with the crew. So, Nate. Good thing. Okay. There's no more problems.
Okay.
And you make it to the what is that was called?
The-
Sevenfold Palace.
Yeah.
And they let you off the ship with your things.
I'll go secure ponies and bring them back.
Where should we meet you?
I'm saying we probably just stay right here.
Yeah.
And I'll just
we need to get some jade. I need to get some jade. Where can I meet you?
why don't you come with me then?
Why don't we meet at the city gate so we can leave quickly?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to travel off, try to get some ponies.
Okay.
Am I at all familiar with this place?
Oh, I'm sure you've been here before.
So I'm going to try to help Stork with trying to find the best place to purchase what he wants to purchase.
We don't need beautiful jade pieces. What we need are scraps and things. So perhaps if we go and talk to some sculptors, jewelers, armorers, and get their cast-offs, that's enough.
Well, there is a area that is just for the artisans.
Yes.
And I'll instruct you where that is. This area is your best shot. I'm going to go grab the pieces.
Yeah,
Because
by the time you get there,
artisans are a big deal at Cranes.
about half the jade on her armor
I gotta.
is now in need of removal.
So I'm basically going to spend appropriate amount of money to get whatever cast-offs I can get. I don't need sculpted pieces. I need
Right.
slivers and chunks, and it doesn't even need to be pure jade. It just needs to be enough. because I can always chip away at it or whatever. So I don't want to get chunks of raw jade, but you know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like after they're done carving stuff, they have little splinters of stuff and
Cast-offs, yeah. That's
the
perfect.
cast-offs. Because that's perfect for what I want to do with it, but it's useless to a jeweler because it's little flakes.
Shards, not sherds.
Sherds.
No, sherds would be bigger. You make stuff out of sherds, but not sherds.
Sherds are actually pottery. We went through this.
But they could be jade pottery.
That could be. If a jade pot is broken, it's a sherd. If it's, I don't know, it's the whole thing. They were teasing me for years because I would say sherds when it was a pottery sherd.
No, we weren't teasing you. We thought it was a character choice. That you were
Whether
making.
you're right or wrong, Stork, it's still tease-worthy.
I know.
I'm heading straight to the gate.
Okay, all right.
I'm with her.
I have a target
Yeah.
on me, just all around, all the time. Just right
Is the darkening jade something that most people would recognize?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, here you're very far from that sort of thing. Probably not.
All right. I am
In
gonna
Crablands, 100%.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have jade that was starting to turn black, people would assume you were a coward.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is crab armor.
Right.
So we're just assume I have some sort of cape or
We got
something.
a
crab epaulets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. So yeah,
No,
I'll
I'm
ask
certain
about
that
it. Then
yeah,
it's
some
what-
kind of cloak. It's still close enough to winter where it probably wouldn't be that big.
Somebody asked about it, just cut off their head.
just murder them in the street.
Peasant.
It'll be fine.
Like,
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, just like not stopping, not talking to anyone, like giving the bitch face vibe of like, do not fucking talk to me.
Okay.
Like walking through the street toward the gate.
Yeah, and still, you're unsettling. Probably people are just staying completely.
Yeah, there's
totally
probably
whiny.
no need for bitch face because it's sort of a normal thing.
About 5 feet behind
Standing
her.
bitch face.
So, yeah.
It's a band of musicians.
Resting bitch face.
Yeah. Tanking bitch. I'm tanking bitch face.
Right.
Scared of bad things.
You guys are going for ponies and jade?
Yes.
Okay. Make your merchant roll there, Stork.
Oh, I think he's negotiating.
Oh, you didn't negotiate?
I was leaving you to the jading,
Oh,
and I was going to go
jeez.
do the horse
Jade,
ant.
didn't he?
The jadening.
Jadening.
The jadening.
My merchant, which doesn't exist at all.
That should have been the name of this game. Saga of the Anukai, the Jadening.
The jadening.
search for more jade.
The search for the skill set that we actually
Could I
require.
use a weaponsmith roll for that?
This would be commerce and intelligence. Is what you,
That's all I got is
skill you
intelligence
need.
then.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your intelligence.
So I'm going to do next up.
Sure,
I'll make
your
a
character strikes
courtesan.
me as
Well, I'll
smart.
make, well, courtesan. I mean, a
Courtiers.
courtier, yeah.
Whoa, that's your choice.
You can make poisons too.
Courtesan's a whole
Yeah.
other thing.
So it's 3.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
play
still a
that.
legitimate pot of court.
Yeah.
If it's just your stat, you're going to keep your stat.
Okay.
So
We'll
if,
keep the
if
same
your
amount.
intelligence is 3, you're going to keep 3.
Not bad.
Not bad.
2 successes, yeah? That's,
No, that's
You
15,
just added
18.
up in this game.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
You're
Been a
thinking
while.
vampire.
Yep, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, 10 D10s, yeah.
For how much? 18?
18.
Okay. You're able to, you go to a couple craftsmen and you're able to get a quite a bit of very small pieces. Some of them are like,
Almost powder. Yeah.
and that's not usable.
No.
But you get stuff for a song.
Well, what I can do with the powder later is use a resin and put the glue in the put the
Right.
stuff in the resin and put that on the scabbard.
Sure.
So that it's a resin impregnated, but I can't really use it now.
No.
But it's enough, maybe. Do you think to keep the wolves from the door? Well, we'll
do
see.
some lines of
We'll
jade,
see.
man. Just
Yeah.
like
You probably got enough. It might be enough to get you.
You know what? I'll also pick up a tub of animal glue
yeah,
as
you'll
well,
buy.
which is made
Okay.
out of horses' hooves and
Right,
things, so
yeah.
that I can use that to glue jade onto the scabbard
Okay.
as well.
That'll make that dust stuff
It will.
more usable. Soon.
Samurai
Exactly.
blue hair.
It used to be called library paste, but it's basically made out of animal hooves.
Right.
It's horrifying.
Gelatin.
Yes,
Well,
with gelatin.
yeah. You don't like Jello? It's made
Everyone
out of
likes
Jello.
everyone loves
Everyone loves Jello.
There's always room for
That's
it.
pretty good, Stu.
All right. And you're going to go secure horses?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Or ponies. You make your intelligence merchant roll.
What about animal handling?
Do you have animal handling?
How about give me the goddamn horses
Oh,
or I'll
snap.
kill you?
21.
21.
Whoa,
Oh, you don't get to explode. No skill.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, okay, you get a swinging deal on ponies. 5 of them.
Anybody want anything?
Well, you're a Daitoji, right?
Yes.
They're going to assume that, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you need this probably for important business.
Right.
Yeah,
Of
sure.
stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
It's just I'll get more government contract work if I give you these ponies for cheap. All right.
No, my character can't lie. But I need horses and I need fast ones, and I can't tell you why.
That just makes you more mysterious.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
It's my Chinese. What
What?
those robocalls? The woman speaking Mandarin?
Yes.
You get robocalls from a woman speaking Mandarin?
all
I do.
the time.
All the time.
I'm going to have my daughter.
It's a scam. Don't do it. Keep playing.
No, but Allie understands a little bit of Mandarin now. She's been taking Mandarin for a semester. I mean, she understands like numbers and colors, I think. Anyway, so you make it to you all rendezvous. Anyone getting anything else on the way out?
As long as do we have food for an overland journey?
That's got to be acquired.
I will set myself to that task.
Okay.
2/3 of Team Beat Sticker just waiting at the gate.
Yeah.
Ready to murder anybody who looks like they're going to
Okay.
come take my sword.
All right. So it probably takes a couple hours for you guys to all rendezvous again at the gate, and you can head out. The probably the most direct route is going to be sort of an inland route rather than a coastal route. It's going to take you close to lion lands, but not in them.
We're okay with the lions for now.
Yeah, for now. But still. So, yeah. We're going to make the best possible time towards our
The thing we need to be prepared for is whatever plans the Dewclaw has laid,
Yeah.
and whatever other touched swords it has contacted.
This should be it. It's this one and the Dewclaw.
Like, right before we leave town, I'm going to throw this out here. Do you think that I should try to go up there and see if we can get some more troops to come along with us?
The way this sword influences people, the last thing I want is a bunch of armed people that...
That's what I assumed
That are
too, but
bad.
I didn't want to make that decision on my own. I just
Yeah.
wanted to throw it out there. Okay.
I'm just
Go by me.
We need to keep this fellowship
my
small.
statement was
Yeah.
very much like a just be on the lookout.
No, I'm just kind of scared because there was one dude that took out a bunch of witch hunters and crap. So it's not
Yeah.
scared, but more on the edge.
But we now know he's formidable. I
Yeah.
think, not that he was underestimated, I just don't think that he had the element of surprise, and we are now aware. That shouldn't... He at least can't get the drop on us.
That's yet to be determined, but we're probably in better condition than the crab were. That's to say, we're expecting anything.
I'm
like
hoping that his... I see nothing, holes in space might alert us at least.
I have no idea how your jazz works, so
I don't either.
That's going to really depend.
By the way, Dave, what is that you're drinking?
the peanut butter milk stout, which is
Belgian
awesome.
Beaver peanut butter milk stout.
No.
Wow. All right. So you guys travel through the day, and it starts to get to nightfall. And you're kind of in an open plain, and kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and it's sort of on your way. Is what do they call it? A torii? The
Torii gates?
The arch.
A temple. It's not a temple, but a shrine. A Torii shrine.
No, it's not a shrine. It's like an arch that you would
Just the
put
Torii gate.
in front of anything you're trying to protect.
Right. Okay.
But it's kind of just out there in the middle of nothing.
Well, maybe we should make our camp next to that, since it's the only visible structure around here.
Seems reasonable.
And the kami are probably favorably aligned to this place, so that can't be a bad thing. All right, let's set up camp. We'll set up some watches.
I would ask you to see what the vibe is around here.
I'll spend some time. I'll spend some time. Do a little
communing.
action.
Yeah, do some communing.
Oh, how
You've
exciting.
come to it's nightfall. You've come to a place where there's one of those little
Somebody,
Shinto arches in the middle of nowhere. Kimmy.
Start a campfire for me?
Sure.
The guy with the hunting skills is probably the best.
Yeah,
That'd be handy.
yeah, I'll start a fire. I'm not under duress, so I can take my time to make sure I do it.
If you've got hunting, you know how to make a fire. I'd only make you roll if it was raining. Easy.
So I'll wait for that to finish.
It's done.
And
He's
I'll
got a
sit
fire.
next to it and spend some time. Sorry.
Man, that's a lot of dice.
That's plenty.
Okay.
You got
that's-
an explosion.
Yeah, but I'm keep.
If you have skill, the
6.
explosion counts.
No, I know. Yeah. Well, I have the skill for sure, but I'm keep 5, so
All right, so that's
it's way plenty for a commune.
Okay. Air kami? You said air kami?
And I'm using my fire combi.
Oh, fire kami. Okay.
Just to,
What do you want to know?
28,
what's the significance of this
9.
shrine gate?
Important place. Very important.
The podcast is shorter.
Are
Wondering.
the local kami friendly and harmonious?
Oh, yes.
Can you spread the word that we know we bring disruption,
They're aware.
and we will depart as quickly as possible?
Yes.
Are we hearing him talk? Are you talking out loud?
I don't think you have to. I think it's all, he's probably,
it's like an internal monologue, I think.
he's probably,
He's getting possessed. Kill him.
what do you call it?
I
Meditating.
I get
Meditating.
like the 1,000-yard stare into the fire is probably what happens in this game.
So you're kind of sitting there watching him, and the arch is kind of off to the side, and you see Makiko. What's his character's name? Makiko is like walking her pony, like on the other side, and when she walks, and you're seeing her through the arch. When she
Through the stone arch.
no, it's an
through
arch,
the arch.
right?
Okay.
So she's
Yeah.
walking by, but when she walks through the arch, there's someone walking next to her.
Like is it an actual person or like a
Yes.
shadowy kind of?
It's a crab.
I'm gonna rub my eyes and then look again.
And you see her, and she's saying it's this guy who's probably like 3 inches taller than she is.
Yeah.
And then as soon as she passes on the other side of the arch, he's gone.
I look over at. What's your character's name again?
Mako.
I look over at Mako. Did you see that?
Not yours, sir.
Did I see that?
Yeah, make a perception roll and see if you noticed him staring with like
When I make that roll,
Averclump. Sure.
17.
18.
Okay. Yeah, you both. You saw like just the very last glimpse, but you definitely saw someone walking next to her,
Crap.
and now you don't.
Should I make an intelligence roll to recognize the person since I'm old?
You can make.
Oh, yeah.
You can make an intelligence roll because you might recognize the person.
Or not. 14.
I'm gonna do the same because if it is who I think it is, I think I cut off his head.
You may have.
Yeah.
You know, the TN for you is probably a little lower.
Is he looking at him from behind?
On the side.
It's just an intelligence.
And just intelligence.
Unless you have heraldry or something like that.
12, 13?
13?
No, I'm sorry, 12,
17.
17.
Oh, that can't be. It can't be. That's not
No,
possible.
there's no way
That's not possible. No. You can't.
No,
you
it
killed-
is because she told me, and we had that confrontation in the middle of the temple.
That's right.
Okay.
I completely know who it is.
Okay.
And I've just seen a ghost.
Yes.
I am white as a sheet. I have just seen a ghost. But we had this whole confrontation because you talked about
Yeah,
this.
and I proved that he was standing there
Right.
because of something.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if I said, he said, this isn't right. That was his quote to me. And
Yeah.
that was the only thing, because he said it to me right before
What,
I cut
the
off his
last
head. It was
words,
the
yeah.
only thing he would know.
Yeah.
You were staring into the fire.
I know.
The one time.
It's just like my old guy from Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Anytime something like that happens, he wasn't around to see
Elsewhere.
it.
I also wasn't there for the conversation you guys had.
Yeah.
But, no, I'm kind of startled, and I pick up my Tetsugo, and I'm...
Okay.
Did,
Uh,
So I saw it.
Yeah,
I know it's a
just
ghost,
the
right?
last glimpse.
I know it's a ghost.
Well, you saw someone, and then when she crossed through the other post of the arch, he was gone.
So then Shadowlands lore to make sure it's not nothing that we would need to deal with, and it's just some ghost.
Okay.
Right? Because we know the
Sure.
difference between.
Boy, you got good Shadowlands lore.
Yeah.
Wow. You're
What
all
kind of
about that.
crab?
18,
That's why he was the one they sent. Probably.
25,
He was a witch.
31.
Yeah.
I wasn't a witch hunter. I
No,
was
he
just,
went with the witch.
Oh, you were
hunters.
just
I was
witch
just with the
hunter
homies.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. yeah.
Mine's only 5 key for
How much?
It's 30 something.
Oh, okay. You're pretty sure that was a ghost. And also you notice, like, inside the arch, the ground appears to be slightly lighter. Like it's dark. But it's like slightly more illuminated when you're looking through the arch at the ground on the other side of it.
So there's nothing like any kind of like telltale Shadowlands creatures that he knows, like, like white women or like
No.
shooting dojis, like nothing like just a run-of-the-mill ghost.
But this looked to you like a pretty high up crab.
Very
Noble.
a middle-aged crabman in nice robes.
Well, we do have
armor.
in the society or the world like ancestor revelry, right? So
Yeah.
he would look at the other two and just be like, "There's someone that wishes to visit her. We should give them their time."
I know who it is.
All right, I respectfully sit back down and still a little twigged out.
I'll probably wake up.
And they're all like,
And I look around. Do I see
It's
her?
like we'd seen
is
a
she-
ghost.
yeah, she's walking her pony.
Okay. I go, don't let the sword touch the ground while we're here. Please.
So you call out to her.
You're
or-
gonna
Yeah.
shout that to me? Okay.
Yeah. Also, we'll say it loud enough for you to hear.
Alright.
Like, if you're shouting distance, then I'll be like, I thought you were a little closer than shout.
Right.
So I wouldn't be like, hey, don't let that evil sword touch. That's not what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But, like, if you're that far away, I'll get up and walk that direction.
Do you go through the arch?
Probably.
Okay.
It's Christmas.
There's a village here.
That wasn't there before.
It was definitely not there before. This was just
Bloody Brigadoon.
All right. I'm not going to walk to the village.
you're like right in the middle of it.
Oh, but do I still see her?
Yes, you can see her kind of off in the distance.
I will go over there.
Okay. You have to walk past a blacksmith.
Are
Do
there
I see the
people?
village?
Huh?
Do I see the
No.
village? Oh.
No, you didn't walk.
I didn't walk through the arch. No, I walked past it on the other
Right.
side.
Is this a village I recognize? Is this...
No.
Okay.
No. So you walk up to her.
Don't let the sword touch the ground.
Do I see him? Do I hear him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he's there. He's definitely there.
Okay.
That'd be freaky.
I like you
You're
walk into like
shit, now I'm a ghost.
fairyland.
So now it's going to be me and Dad just bugging you all the time.
Oh yeah, does he see Dad?
No.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he would. Yeah, he's dead.
okay.
There's a big, taller than her crab standing next to her.
Great.
But he's not even really acknowledging.
Because I'm already like 5 inches shorter than she is.
Right.
So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's not even acknowledging you.
Yeah.
Don't let the sword touch the ground here.
Even in the scabbard?
No.
All right.
Just none of that.
All right. What are you looking at?
Spirits.
Oh, okay.
They're very strong. And I believe I understand the purpose of this gate.
The one over there?
And we shouldn't stay here long.
Okay. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You sure it's not the sword talking to you?
No. The sword doesn't let you hallucinate.
Oh. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're really talkative, but they're not hair-see imagery.
Okay. She's gonna kind of like exchange glances with the big crab dude next to her.
Nice to meet you.
She is gonna look surprised at that.
He doesn't even acknowledge. He can't even.
Yeah.
Can't even see.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But I, like, you see me
See,
and I
like,
clearly
look
look
at
right.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, you are saying spirits. Goodness. Well, then, yes, perhaps you should not stay in this place long. Are there other spirits?
Are there? Did I
There's
see
a whole
villagers?
village of them.
Oh, there's people.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. I mean, they're back there when you.
Well, it could have been a ghost town.
Yeah.
Or it is a ghost.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? Can I make like a theology lore roll?
Sure.
I can't hear it, but I'm imagining what it sounds like.
Excuse my reach. I'm keep 3 on this one.
It's a lot of 6s.
So 9, 6, 6,
Let's see what's on
7.
9, 6, 7. Okay. So I got at least a 15.
Okay.
Do I have any knowledge of a village of the dead?
Probably not.
Okay.
You're thinking that maybe like the connection between this world and one of the afterlife realms must be thin here. Which is both comforting and disturbing.
But so the very last thing I want is to allow this sword to reach through to another world and cause additional problems.
Right. So but yeah, you definitely can see people, and you can hear. I mean, it's very faint, but you can hear the sounds of a village. You can hear like the blacksmith hammer, and you can hear children screaming and playing, and the typical sounds you would hear.
I'll make sure to
People
like
really want
follow my path back as exactly as I can.
Okay. All right. As you're approaching the arch, there's a little creek that's wasn't there when you were there before, and you see an old woman sitting I forget what they call them, the little the little things they put up for their dead relatives. I can't remember what they're called.
A little brazier?
No, this is
A
very,
little totem.
yeah. It's
Yeah. A
setting.
little stone thing with the.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
it. Okay. There's a name for it. I can't remember it. But she's setting one of those up, and you kind of glance at it, and it's obviously for. It's something someone would erect for a dead spouse.
Can I read the? Read it.
If I can find my notes. Hold on a second.
It's interesting. I like this kind of. So, no, like the kind of sojourn, like going into like the spirit realm. It's an interesting twist. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I'm always expecting it.
Always.
Well, I'm less expecting that it was the spirit world and more that like some fucked
I
up
knew
something's
something
gonna
was going to
happen.
happen. I wasn't expecting this, though. I was like, oh, God, more creepy.
At least they're not looking at me with red glowing eyes
That's-
or something. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yet.
yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get through the gate before that happens.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry. I just have to
Be
find
like,
my. There it is.
Caroline!
This village is clean.
Oh, God.
That remake was so disappointing.
You moved that. I didn't even see it. Why would they do? Why would you remake it?
Yeah.
It's like remaking Casablanca. Why would you?
I
do it?
had some hope because it had people attached to it that were good people, but it was just
Their checks cleared. You know.
you know, yeah. But at the same time, sometimes when you see a list of not just actors but people that are working on a film, you can go, oh well, that guy's pretty good.
I mean,
Usually.
every now and again, actors and producers, they just roll the dice. And we're stalling. Go ahead. You got-
Takeda. And I don't know if you know what that name is. I don't know if anyone.
Shadowlands lore.
No, it's very specific. This would be very specific information that might have been in someone's dream.
You're a crane, yeah?
No,
No, that's right. Sorry.
Let's not talk about gross stuff, guys.
In somebody's
If we
dream.
don't know it, then we should go on.
Okay, I don't know. It's a
me too.
very, very brief fact that I may have thrown a name out. I'm almost positive I threw the name out. I'll just tell you. That is the name of the craftsman that forged the 5 swords.
Oh, yes. You did tell us the name. I don't know if any of us wrote it
Okay.
down, though. You did say the name, though.
Tadashi.
Tadashi.
No, not Tadashi. Sorry,
No.
Takeda.
Takeda. That actually happened when we were at the keep. I did a research with the Shugenja at the Inukai
Oh yeah,
keep.
they went to the scroll tower.
Yeah, and we were doing after we brought back that first
mic's not
sword. Sorry. After we brought back that first sword, the Shugenja and I at the keep went back and started trying to find all the information we
Okay,
could on
all
the
right.
swords.
I thought I had given
Yeah.
that name out. At
And
some
that's when we first started getting the actual names of the swords as well.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna hustle back through the gate.
Okay. And you do so.
And I'll kind of look at
What
everybody.
movie was it that you were talking about a minute ago? Anyway.
Poltergeist.
Okay, that one.
And the Poltergeist remake that was terrible.
Yeah.
But I will tell everybody, don't walk through the gate.
We're all still sitting there, just staring Nope.
Yeah, it's not a place you want to go. Why? The division between our world and an afterlife is thin here. And on the other side, I have no idea what you might see. But if you're not used to dealing with the spirits, they can be unpredictable.
And annoying. She kind of giggles. What? No. You can be annoying. Anyway.
Every time I still imagine your samurai as the scarred, golden-faced Janine Garofalo.
Starting to go on.
Yeah.
I'm going back to grad school.
Could it be perhaps that the dead are trying to tell us something?
Your mic's off.
Is it? Could it be that perhaps the dead are trying to tell us something?
Maybe. While I was there, I saw an old woman placing a memorial stone by a stream for Takeda, the craftsman of these swords.
Really?
So,
Is this where they were forged?
Or is this simply a portal into a place that once was?
Indeed.
I don't think they were forged here,
No,
because I believe they were
they're-
lion creations.
Yeah.
You're close to the border.
Ah. So
The border
perhaps
between
border
lion and crane
wandered.
has
They
moved.
shift. Yeah, that line shifts a lot.
My great-grandmother, depending on the year, was Russian or Czechoslovakian.
Was it? Did you send him stuff? Okay.
Oh, I sent you a message. Yeah.
He had his earphones on. I just want to make sure because I don't think he heard it. The pop, pop, pop. This has become my crack. I
Yeah,
have a
that
bag in
sounds
the
so
house
good.
at all times.
Yeah. The white cheddar smart food popcorn. It's the best.
It is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, it's crack.
Well, if this is where the swords were forged, perhaps there is a weakness here to help destroy them.
Perhaps someone here might be able to shed light as to how to actually do that.
We can try. I'm fearful that the influence of the sword could reach through the gate
I agree.
and cause untold havoc to the spirit realm.
I agree with you. It's probably important for us to not have the sword move through the gate, but perhaps you, without the sword, might be able to communicate with these spirits.
I will
can try.
I will acknowledge your knowledge in this, but I think if you say it's a dangerous thing, it seems like a bad idea to bring a demon to a place where the veil between real and unreal is thin. It
The
just
last thing I
seems
want
like
to
a
do
bad idea.
is have the sword walk through the gate and have it manifest.
Do you think that that's a possibility?
Yes, I think that is a risk that we should not take.
Yes, that's definitely a risk we should not take.
Minoru stands up and walks through the gate.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't you just say not to walk through the gate?
No, the sword can't go through the
No,
gate.
he just said.
I said nobody should walk through the gate, but he's bigger than I am.
It's probably about the same size, just old.
Minoru,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
he's more
You
badass
just said
than I
don't
am,
walk
I
through
should
the
say.
gate.
All right, I'm going to take one of these two.
Okay.
It's been looking at you.
It's been looking at me and I'm feeling droopy.
He gives like the side glance, and you guys can see the single tear roll down his cheek.
Oh. Did he have a family?
You said not to go through the gate. Should we stop him?
I ain't stopping.
No. I will go. I'll stand back up and I'll trudge after him.
I think he's seeing something that we cannot.
Yet.
Speaking of which, never mind.
I don't think it's witches. Ghosts.
Which? Cool. Whip.
Which? Very well. I will not go through the gate.
I think that's a brilliant idea.
I see enough of ghosts. I don't need more.
Yes.
I am basically going to stand in front of the gate. I'm not going to go through. I'm just standing in front of the gate, waiting for anything that might pop out of it, and just guarding it.
Okay.
So he walked through, and you can follow. Or okay, whatever.
Do we see anything next to him after he goes through the gate? Okay.
No.
He goes down to his knees. There's a little bit of a whimper.
Oh.
He's probably there for like a minute or two, and then he tries to compose himself and comes back through.
Okay.
I probably would have waited at a respectful distance. Since he wasn't doing anything actively. He wasn't
Right.
running off like, oh!
Obsessed.
Right.
How far away from the gate is our camp?
Oh, probably 20 or 30 feet. You're probably... it's sort of a ways off the road on one side, and you probably are opposite
other
of
side
it.
of the
on
road.
the other side of the road.
So, well, there's one good thing. If the Dewclaw decides to try to attack us through here, I think it will cause such disruption that we will know he's here.
I think we should probably get through this evening as quickly and safely as we possibly can.
So did you want me to still investigate the other side of the gate?
If the fortunes are smiling upon us, I would hate to leave that boon by the side of the road. But then again, I know little about these things. I trust your judgment, Shugenja.
I'll try.
I don't know if I trust your judgment, but you certainly have the skills to deal with this. I know of
It's been
the
months.
Shadowlands, but I do not know how to commune with spirits, and I think I would be the least helpful person to walk through that gate.
You'd recognize a lot of people. Probably.
They'd recognize me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good choice.
That's what I'm implying.
Dude, I was just doing my job.
It's just the shame line.
Well, originally it was just a job, but now in hindsight he realizes that perhaps it's a career. Well, no.
It was a vocation.
It was a lifestyle.
No,
guys.
that you've been misused.
Oh.
Well, if I'm not back in an hour, I'd like.
Don't come in.
I'd like.
You come rescue me.
If you're not back in an hour, I will retrieve you.
Yeah, because I don't know what the effects of that world are in longer bursts.
Okay. I got your 6, man.
So I'll go.
Okay.
When I get back through the gate, is the old woman still there?
She's still there.
Does it look like events sort of froze in place when I left and they resumed when I returned?
Kinda, yeah. She's kind of back exactly where.
Is she repeating things I
No.
already saw before? Okay, so it is like progressing time.
Yes.
Very good. I'll go over and I'll wait respectfully for her to finish.
Okay. And she finishes, and she sort of looks at you.
Oh, good. That's good. Get her.
Get her, Ray. That was your plan. Get her.
No.
Just tell us about the Twinkie.
I beg pardon for the disturbance in your moment of reflection, but I have come a very long way, and I seek any knowledge that you may have about the craftsmanship of your late husband.
He was a maker of swords.
Yes,
Fine swords.
I have seen the quality of his work, but unfortunately, where I have been, corruption has found its way into several of his works. And I was hoping perhaps his forge is here in this village, that I may visit.
I
I appreciate your help.
She stands up and she turns and she sort of starts walking. And you guys can see him. He's kind of over here, and then he's not walking over to like there's like a stand of trees. And he's sort of just walks right to the edge of it. And just
So he's like in like an AR sort of.
Kind of.
Or he can only see.
I've got the goggles on.
Yeah.
You guys are like, what are you doing? That's silly.
You know what? Well, never mind. There's no reason. That was a metagame moment. Never mind.
Are there any cliffs nearby that they might walk them off of?
No, it's pretty level ground here.
Just make sure.
Nest of badgers. Anything.
You know what? I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good call. So we get to his workshop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if there's any, like, his set of forge tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like bellows and a hammer,
Mm-hmm.
things like that. And I'm going to see if I can touch them.
Kind of. You can feel that they're there. You can't pick them up.
Okay.
But when you rest your hand on like a hammer, it feels like a hammer. But when you try to grab it,
Wait. Since he's in Ghostlands, is there a ghostly image of his arm?
Well, probably no. But for you, there might be.
A phantom limb.
A phantom limb?
Like I can see it
Yeah,
for
right.
myself.
I think so.
Oh, I'm going to pick it up with that arm then for sure.
Okay. Well, you can pick that up.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
And then I'm going to finally scratch that. But I'll pick up like the hammer. Yeah, I guess I'll probably pick up like the hammer and the bellows
Okay.
if I can manage them. And I'll look at the old woman and I'll say, it may be critical that I could take these with me. It may save the Empire in my time.
Of course. And you can see the fire is going, and there are a lot of fire coming in there. You can see that there's a lot of fire coming in there.
Party.
Damn it.
Wasn't those your buddies? Fire commies are like...
Yeah, no. The damn it is because I didn't want to try and bring the sword in here. I was thinking if I could take these tools with us, then perhaps they would manifest in some degree when I leave. And we could use them elsewhere. But now that the forge is lit, now I'm thinking maybe we should bring the sword in here. I'm going to go with plan A for now and try and take the tools, and I'll say, I will thank her for her graciousness.
Maybe you can coax one of those fire commies to just come with you.
Maybe.
Or at least knowledge.
What would I try to see if I could maybe use the bellows and bring a spark from the forge in the bellows?
You could try calling to your weaponsmith friend.
Who can't go into...
I just don't have to walk through the arch, do I?
Can you work a bellows that you can't see?
I could walk around and tell them how to do it.
I've got two hands here, man. I'm good for a bellows.
Yeah, but only one works one works here.
Yeah, but I can rest it on
That's
the
true.
surface.
Yes, you
and-
can.
Yeah.
So if I don't go through the arch, but if I just walk around the arch and go up to him, I can give it. See, this is the metagame thing I didn't want to do, but now
Right.
I'm doing it.
No.
No, but that makes sense.
Well, if we decide to go in to destroy the sword here, for sure. But what I'm going to try and do is coax one of the fire kami out of the forge
Okay.
and bring it with me in the bellows.
They might also just, it's a Calcifer moment. They might have knowledge.
Okay. You can coax one of them into the bellows.
Okay. Do
That's
I have
not
to
a
make a roll of any kind for this?
Yeah, sure. Make your. I don't know.
I mean, like, I'm not
Whatever
trying
your
to be that
general
guy.
spell casting roll is for fire stuff.
It's cool. Can someone harvest my pile of dice?
You don't want me touching this.
I shouldn't probably touch it.
That's fine. I'm immune to Stork's curse. It's like the iocane powder for me.
To be fair, the bellows are usually these giant, like,
Well, there's those handheld
the
ones.
little handheld ones. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh,
not like the here's the
Because
put
it's
the
usually
mule
attached
on the
to
outside.
yeah, it's attached to the forge usually, and they
Yeah.
have people.
But sometimes they have the little ones just to heat up small.
Yes. Like you run the fireplace. Like grandma's
Yeah.
house.
And there are also, I mean,
Where's that
just to be a little more
I know there's 9.
Here,
10.
Stu's about to say something.
There's
feasible. There's probably also little lanterns and things around here.
oh okay.
Because I don't know how long you're going to keep a fire going inside of a bellow.
Yeah.
Well, it could
Without
just be
the
the
bellow
spirit
not
of
becoming an
spirit
expel.
of the hot air.
Right.
Like that's also the like even in warmth,
Right.
fire kami exist. So my thought was if I could just
Okay.
What were you rolling for? Because you rolled really well.
Yeah,
well
so
to coax the fire kami to come
20,
with me.
29. How many do you get to keep?
Uh,
That's on 3
5.
dice. So
5.
5?
And those exploded.
yeah, 29
Okay.
plus 8
20.
plus those 2
Okay.
exploding. Yeah.
So I kind of do the like whisper as I gesture and kind of work the bellows at the same time. Yes, I call the kami like a pet.
Remember that?
Yes, but off I go. I will attempt to take the bellows with this spirit of warmth
Okay.
and the hammer with me, and I'm going to trudge back towards the gate.
Okay.
Why do you have to trudge? Why can't you, like, saunter? Or...
I'm trudging.
This isn't a sauntering mood.
No,
This is a heavy moment.
Chaucer trudged.
Yeah.
Chaucer.
Naked.
Yeah, and it's muddy.
Trudging.
I'm trudging. You make it, and as he kind of walks around the arch, the rightmost arch, and comes through, you notice that he's carrying
Probably things fall out of my non-existent
Exactly.
arm.
Well, yeah. As soon as you walk through the threshold, he's got some junk that falls to the ground.
Oh. Ha-ha! No.
And you kind of look down at it, and like the leather that made up the bellows completely rotted away, and the two wooden parts of it, they've got dry rot, and the hammer is completely rusted to the point where it's actually starting to be eaten out, and the handle is like eaten with termites and dry rot.
Not as victorious a moment as I'd hoped.
You've brought artifacts back from the spirit realm.
I don't really call that a win in general.
Certainly, if the kami that still inhabit these things can't talk to you, perhaps in the Crane Lands they can.
These items came from the forge of the craftsman of the swords.
I'm sorry, say that again?
These items I just brought from the forge of the craftsman of the 5 swords.
You're telling me that the swords were crafted here in this village?
I assume that the village may have stood here once and has since been destroyed.
We should take notes of this. The Shigenja back in.
Yes.
If any place can
I had
destroy
Isn't
them.
this the conversation we had just a moment ago
Yes.
before he went through the arch?
But what I had hoped was that I could bring these artifacts out and we could make use of them here
right now.
to perhaps destroy the sword that's with us. It
So you
doesn't
think
appear
that perhaps
we
the
can do
Forge
that.
of Origin might be the one forge that can destroy this?
It was very powerful.
We have seen that destroying the swords is not enough, but perhaps destroying the essence of the swords.
Unmaking the sword
Yes,
is different.
indeed.
Unbinding the demons attached to them is the problem.
Will that release them?
I don't know. All I know is how to make weapons. I don't even know if when he made these weapons, if they were possessed at the time. I don't know. I have some knowledge of lore, but this is ancient, and there's actually lots of cursed swords floating around.
My thought is that perhaps, since I cannot bring things out, that maybe we should reverse what I said and take the sword to the forge.
I'm gonna turn and look at Minoru and ask, do you know anything of fighting an Oni in the spirit realm? Well, if we fight it in our earthly realm, it simply banishes it. If it is destroyed in the spirit realm, is it destroyed?
You would need to make a roll on that.
Yeah.
I think we all would.
Is Jikoku the same as the realm of the dead?
Goku is the underworld.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of different realms.
Because Jikoku is the realm that the Oni come from.
29.
Okay, yeah. That the
his
realm.
TN's 5 higher,
Huh?
if that matters.
What?
His TN's 5 higher,
Okay.
if that matters.
The Oni come from Jugoku,
Okay.
and that is not the realm of the dead.
The dead, okay.
I mean, it might be the realm of some dead, but probably it's not as pleasant a place as.
Yeah. And we don't have a way to get there, so okay. Cool.
Probably you're thinking it might be like Meido or something like that, or.
Okay.
Luckily, I have handy dandy secrets of the Empire that can be
Nice. Yeah.
and it lists them all and tells
Yes.
you what they are.
Does he know about like permanent? Because I guess out of my realm. So does he know about permanent banishment? Like, certain if it's like Oni no loser, like we could probably banish it, right? Because he's just some dude. But if it's like Oni no Akuma, like a giant Oni that everybody knows, like it may need like a special ritual or something, right? Like,
Yeah, you probably.
right.
You also might know that it's not actually an Oni that's possessing these swords concept.
No, I'm sorry, I used the wrong word. So yeah, I meant Consen. Alright.
Well, unmaking a sword is easy, as any samurai knows who's been in battle and had broken a foe's blade or had their blade shatter. But if the
Consent.
if the consent is bound to it, it's still going to be in those shards, or possibly. Unmaking the blade is one thing, and I think from the mounds that the crane have assembled, the consent are still there, even in the one that was melted down.
Yes, but it was not unmade in another spiritual realm.
I agree.
If we can, the options are we destroy it, it's totally destroyed. We destroy it, the actual item, the sword, it doesn't die. We still have the constant bound.
The
bound
metal
with
that
it.
it's bound to.
Or we destroy the item in the spirit world and it unleashes the constant.
Or we succeed.
Or we succeed.
I'm not willing
And if
to
it
take
releases the constant, maybe we can destroy it there.
I'm not willing to take these things without Shugenja backup. He clearly said that it's a spirit realm. I'm loath to enter into a place where my swords can't affect it.
Or a place where the mistakes you've made may come back to literally haunt you. I could see your hesitation.
This certainly should be noted, and perhaps when we take the sword back and complete our mission, this should be explored further. There is an army of Shugenja down there working on this very problem right now, and they may wish to know this.
But they have failed twice.
They have. We've alerted the crab, and we've alerted the
And
phoenix.
the crab have failed as well.
Also, if by some stroke of chance we do manage to at least wound or banish the one consent in this sword here, the Mahosukai who holds the last will probably know of it happening, and it will probably draw him to us like a moth towards flame.
I'm expecting that as it is.
Which
Or whatever has he
won't be a
has.
desired outcome.
Well, whatever plans he has, he might bring them to a shorter conclusion because he thinks the urgency is higher. It would set him off kilter. But it's a question of, do we actually believe that this might have a chance of working and not making things worse?
And I
don't think anybody can give any guarantees to that.
yeah.
So actually the question really is this. Do we bear the responsibility of investigating this? Or do we leave that onus on to someone else?
We were told to return the sword to the keep. However, our inability to destroy these swords and our just returning them to the keep have already cost many lives.
And we are doing the Mahosukai a favor of putting all of the swords in one place.
Indeed. So I think that we should at least try.
I tend to gravitate towards that opinion.
Though I joined after the first sword was retrieved, did you not get explicit orders to bring the swords back? Regardless of what we think is best.
I believe that our daimyo will forgive us if we find an actual way to destroy one of the swords. Because his goal is clear. He has made no attempt to use the swords or gain power or favor by having them.
Do we know in character? Oh, we do know in character that. Well, we know in character that the swords can reach out.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we know in character that they can talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So then, if we destroy it, we serve them notice that their days are numbered.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to really put everything on their end into a huge panic because we figured out how to destroy them. Then it's just a march against time to see if they can get the swords before we can get them to their final resting place.
Shugenja, are you able to hear them?
The spirits?
The swords.
not at great distance. And I have not had any contact with the one you carry now.
I wonder if we would be able to... I wonder if taking it to another realm would make it so it could not call out.
I'm loath to
Do you
attempt
have
this
theology?
plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm loath to attempt this plan. There's a lot of what ifs and maybes and could be's, none of which we have any absolutes about.
We have no absolutes if we return it to the keep either.
But that is our orders.
We have no absolutes that we're going to make it to the keep. Our
But-
jade is dwindling.
I'm amused that suddenly following orders is something you're so willing to do again.
I found a new family, and we're trying
You are
to
the
stay
ultimate
with them.
shade caster.
It's because I'm very tall. All the shade.
Like a sequoia.
Is that like an additional circle of spellcasting that I'm unaware of?
Right. Yeah. You cast shade like a sequoia. That
It's
needs
like
to be
the
said.
one
Yeah.
sub. It's like the one subheading to void.
Yeah, I wrote down as a joke, snark is one of my skills. Shade should
You
be.
can't invent skills.
Did you spend points on it?
No.
No, it comes for free.
Yeah.
You should have spent points on it
comes
because
naturally with all
I
my
would
characters.
see. I would count that as like a sub skill under courtier
Am I allowed? I would totally do that.
if you had spent points on it.
Well, no, because it was a joke. But now that I know I can, I'm totally going to.
Actually, that would totally be under sincerity.
Yeah.
Being able to shade
Oh, yeah.
and not
Right,
get
yeah.
and not get any negative reproductions, repercussions.
I say it's totally honest shit.
Yeah. For truth.
You may not like it, but
Well, the skill to know that that you can't do something is the same skill that you need to have to do something. So in order to throw shade, you actually have to, So they're
No,
linked. They're totally linked.
How
I just
about
throw shade, I
you
don't
try to
care.
commute with that fire kami and see if he could cast any light on what can happen. I mean,
I can try.
we don't get a lot of straight answers from the a-holes, but we're kind of grasping at straws here.
They are tricky.
Because it's so hard to not be meta. And it goes, come on, man, it's obvious we have to go in there, right? And you just don't want to do that.
No,
I don't know if it's obvious.
Neither do
Stu
I.
could be fucking us over. Like this
you've
would
been
not be
playing-
the first time.
You've been playing Stu games far longer than I have, so.
So-
you know what kind of asshole he is. I know.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the bellows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take it over to our campfire.
Okay.
I'm going to sit down and then I'm going to pitch it into the campfire
All right.
and try and commune.
All right.
Oh.
10, 8. Keep 5, so 4, 4, 4.
Yeah.
They re-roll a 10, right?
Yeah.
4, and then it looks like 2 and 6.
All right. Well, that's still plenty.
It's 20,
How much you got?
30. In the 30s.
Oh, okay. All right.
With that many dice, it's hard not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a basic thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're
Like I'm
keeping
not-
5. That's
Asking.
I'm going to ask. Well, do I feel like that kami that I brought is there?
No. No, it's your old buddy.
Okay. I was hoping.
Right.
So I'm going to say. I'm going to ask if he felt the presence of the fire kami in the spirit forge.
In the bellows, you mean?
No, in the.
Oh, he was with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
he follows me around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Does he think they're strong enough to destroy one of these cursed swords? Destroy, not reforge or melt or...
Yes. Better act quickly.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to walk over. I'm going to grab her arm and be like, we got to go now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
he reaches out to touch her. I'm like, okay, cool.
I was a little nervous too.
Yeah.
but-
It's like, oh man.
You walk through and
I'm gonna draw my Tetsubo. I know it won't do any good, but it's
okay.
what
Well, no,
she's
it's got
It's
jade
jade on
on
okay.
it.
Well, I don't know if I know that much about this spirit realm, but that's what I do when I feel nervous. All right.
Jade makes everything better.
Yeah.
No, it's just
Also the tipsy booze.
And Tootsie Booze.
It's like the pacifier. I think
Yeah.
it's fine now.
You walk through,
Pacifiers
and
go suck
you're
off this.
you're in a village.
Does my dad look
Your
different
dad
than
is-
he usually does?
No, not really.
Okay.
I mean, his head's on.
Well, yeah. Is his head
he
usually off
normally
when he's
like-
walking
No.
around? Oh.
Oh.
Well, you don't. I don't. Do you see him or you just hear him?
I don't know.
You seem to know where he is.
Yeah, I think I probably see
You probably
him.
have some kind of
both.
image, but
Yeah.
right now he's standing next to you like he's still alive, like you're looking at your dad directly. This is not a ghost you're looking at. Your
Okay.
dad's standing.
She has like a moment. And she's going to turn and bow to him like respectfully.
That's nice. He'll still be there in a minute. Let's keep
Yeah.
going.
She's going to keep going.
So we're standing here and they walk through and we're like,
I'm going with him. Yeah, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm not getting left out of this crap. There's glory and honor to be had.
is there though?
Yeah, there is.
Yep.
or a painful death.
Yeah, well, that's
Still
no-
glory and honor in that.
exactly.
All right.
All right.
So we'll
You-
get back to. I'm
you
going to
walk
make a
back
straight line to the forge.
And make a beeline.
Okay.
You can hear the sounds of battle in the kind of in the opposite direction.
Ah. Now we know why the village isn't here anymore. We must hurry.
Oh. Was that here before when you were here?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Good to know.
These were the moments. Apparently, this is the moments before the demise of the village.
Oh. That's pleasant.
I
All
come
right.
running up behind.
Yeah.
Ah, welcome.
It's like, holy crap. I'll be guarding the forge. Do what you have to do.
Okay.
All right.
So
we'll get there.
you get to the.
I'll knock on the door.
What are you doing, Eli?
I'm he's guarding the arch.
That's a good call.
I guess I'm not going to go through the arch. I'll go around the arch and go join them at the
Okay.
Can we see him?
tree line.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah, you can see him.
He just doesn't have the blue force ghost glow like everybody else.
He's
does.
walking through
You
all
guys
the
don't.
ghosts.
You guys don't
all
have that,
rude.
and neither does Spirit Dad.
But do the other people here do?
Nope.
That reminds me of Eric the Viking.
No, these are. I mean, to you, these are people.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like people. She opens the door and sort of bows to you.
I'll bow deeper than she does.
Okay.
I'm so sorry to bother you again, but in an emergency situation, haste is needed. And we must stoke the forge,
Of
for a
course.
great evil will come upon the Empire if we do not.
Stoke it.
Of course.
Oh, you get to see my arm!
Oh, yeah.
Now his arm does have that sort of ghost glow to it.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Are the swords here? The ghost versions of these swords?
No. I don't think so. I didn't specifically look,
We should ask.
but
I mean, we should destroy this first. But
we know that he forged all of the swords,
Yes.
and they were given to the lion. Originally.
when? Before the battle?
Just a few days ago,
Ah,
I just recently received word that my husband had been killed by the Lion Champion.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I think I knew that. I think I knew that he was a lion. Like, he gave them to the lion champion.
Mm-hmm.
So,
The children of the Lion Champion.
yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Can we pull Back to the Future and
Yeah,
get rid
no.
of
I knew where you were going with that. Oh, that'd be cool.
Time loop.
Yeah, amazing.
If we mess this up, we just have to go out the gate, wait a day, come back in, we'll start again.
Melt down the whole DeLorean.
All right. So we'll go inside, and I'll pitch whatever fuel I find into the
Okay.
forge.
All right.
I can't
And
touch any of this stuff, right?
You can touch it, you just can't handle it. You can't manipulate it. I mean, you can feel it, but and he's got one arm and he's throwing stuff into the fire.
What do I see them doing?
She's going to be supremely annoyed that
He's-
she can't do anything.
He's pantomiming that he's throwing something.
and she's standing there
Like, you
looking
see
annoyed.
me bending down, and this side of my body's moving.
He's dancing. Looks like he's dancing.
Get down, get down.
It looks like a Fortnite dance.
But when you get before you throw too much fuel on it will down the fire. You need to push the bellows as you load fuel in.
Oh, that is awesome. He's in the real world sort of giving him instructions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the shit.
And he
great.
phoned a friend.
You need to keep pedaling the bellows as
So
you,
is there like
as
a
you
big
feed the
one
fire.
Oh, yeah.
attached to-
There's a big one.
So I'll go over and I'll like jump and hang on it or whatever.
Okay.
Procedure.
That's basically what you do. You probably grab onto it, and this
Yeah.
goes on.
See, Father, he worked very hard to destroy the swords. I think you've been wrong about him this whole time.
Whole time, no. Most of the time.
When the
Most
coals,
of the time,
when the
all the
coals get
time.
as hot as the color of the sun right before it sets, it is hot enough to melt steel.
Well,
Okay.
until they sort of line up with the sunset.
Right.
The sun in winter or the sunset in fall?
It's
Summer?
a general
How many
guideline.
Kelvin should the
It's
color
a
be?
general guideline that, depending on the fuel you're using and such, it's an art. I can only tell you.
Is it coal or is it?
The wood that you're burning,
Yes.
it's starting to turn.
Okay.
I mean, it takes some time.
Okay.
But I mean, it's getting hot in here. I mean, it's definitely.
Ghost Dad says the sword isn't destroyed yet. He doubts you.
You want to burn the wood down to coals. The coals are the hottest. The charcoal
Yeah.
is the hottest. You want to move the wood around as well. You don't want to just.
Okay. I look around for like
Or a poker, right?
poker, yeah. I kind of rake the coals.
There you go.
By the time I'm done with this, I'm going to look like I was on the Titanic. Just, okay. I just rake. And I'm kind of doing it like CPR, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you not a
Rake.
fire Shugenja?
I can't control. It's not the same thing.
It's a whole Daffy Duck moment. I wonder if he's going to remember he can fly. Bam! Nope. Guess not.
I'm trying to do this in the manner in which it was forged.
I see.
Oh, it's like that line from Harry Potter when they're falling through the Tanglefoot,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and says, "Doesn't anyone have a match?
Yeah.
A match? You're rich."
Yeah.
All right.
I was trying to be authentic in my artisanal destruction of this sword.
Your kami says, it has been a long time since these kami have properly burned something. I think they've forgotten. I should help them.
All right.
What's all right?
I'll give it another.
Oh no, poor little buddy.
You're not the only person that talks to people that follow them around. Mine's just small and lights things on fire.
All right.
I'm outside and going, enough conversation, more Bernie.
So I'm going.
Now, where are you in relation to everybody?
I'm like right outside the forge. I'm just
Okay, all right.
If anybody starts charging up over here, I'm going to swing at them uselessly with a Tetsubo that's not spiritual.
Okay.
No, yours has
Oh yeah, mine does
Jade
have
in it
Jade,
too.
but still. Not as confident in my abilities here as I would be on the other side
All
of
right.
the Torii Gate.
So you're going to.
So
Sorry, Ken.
I need a 20.
Okay.
Hit the mute buttons.
He hits his coffee button.
Did?
over
Oh,
there.
okay.
I didn't that time.
No.
Oh, well, good for you.
Come on, roll your dice.
There goes all of Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Except that one.
Canada's gone dark.
Looks like a bad
Ooh,
day.
you got a 20.
So I
You got
got
an 80.
No,
keep 5. I got nothing.
that's a lot of ones.
8,
Yep.
16.
Yeah, that's an 8 and an 8.
I got 3 more to get to.
Oh man, and a 2.
So
And a
16,
bunch of
18,
ones?
and 2 more ones is 20.
1, 2.
20,
Okay.
exactly.
By the skin of my
20 on
teeth.
5 dice.
That's freaking amazing.
It's a lot of ones.
That's funny. If I had a Tetsubo, I would call it 4.
Or nice.
All right. So I reach with the spirit hand into the forge and touch the wood in there.
Okay.
And this is the same spell that I used to burn down the giant tower
Oh, okay. All
that I'm
right.
casting.
Perfect. All right.
But it's specifically about lighting bonfires.
Right.
So it can be contained. It's not like going to incinerate the whole building every time.
Okay.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. So you reach your hand down into there, spirit hand,
Yeah.
down into it.
Spirit fingers.
No.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, and then it kind of dies down, and then you've got those
Glowing
coals,
orange.
glowing orange coals, right?
All right. And I'll kind of reach up and I'll pat my friend.
Okay. You are definitely hearing troops approaching, and you can see kind of over a hill. You can see them sort of crest over a hill, and they're a lion. And you see the sort of standard bearers of the Lion Champion. You see what appears to be the Lion Champion, and you see 5 younger people who look similar to him coming down with a bunch of other guys with them, and they are setting hovels and houses aflame.
I am.
And this is coming from the opposite. You probably are seeing this as well.
I
This is coming from the opposite side.
am going to point at the Lion Champion, and I'm going to challenge him.
Okay. He's a ways off still.
Yeah.
But at some point he will see you.
All right. I know you're loath to hand me the sword, but I think I should put it into the fire.
Leave the scabbard on if you do that. Just, we need to burn it. And this is
That's
easy. You want to get it up to the temperature of the sun at noon, and it will unmake itself. It will melt.
Right.
But don't take it out of the scabbard.
But I'll hold out the ghost hand.
Take it out of the scabbard.
She takes it and she hands it to him, but she's still got her Tetsubo in her other hand.
Okay.
And then I'll...
Yeah, ready to murder you if you start to do anything wrong.
Do I look all awesome for a minute?
No, because you have to draw.
You have to-
I have to draw the sword. Oh, I thought I just held it.
No. Otherwise, I would have
By the
looked
scabbard,
awesome
just
for
go like
weeks.
this.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference between holding in your hand and like just on you.
That's true.
So I'll reach in as far as I can and put it deep
Okay.
into the forge.
All right, what do I see? Because he takes a physical sword
Yeah.
and pantomiming.
And he sets it down on the ground.
But he was holding it with his hand that wasn't there, so the sword is like floating.
Hovering in front of me.
Yes.
So the sword
He's
like
a
floats
Shugenja,
and
get
then
it.
sits down.
Oh, dear.
So basically, it looks like you hand out the sword, and it's almost like his, and he just sort of like floats it and sets it down on the ground.
Jedi mind tricks it.
Oh, your theremin
There you
noise
go,
is
yeah.
pretty good.
That's pretty good quality. I can only play the theremin with the ghost arm.
Yeah.
That'd be such a good wizard name or a bard name.
Yeah.
Theremin.
Theremin.
The sort of spent jade on the scabbard starts to sort of fizzle and pop,
Oh.
almost like it's like insects, like
Yeah.
big insects.
Yeah, yeah.
they
When
just
there's a
sort of-
termite in the firewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of doing that.
Now hit that billows like it owes you money.
He's right. you need to keep it hot and keep the coals on it. If you see the coals burning away, put more on it.
Yeah, I'll use the...
Make your stamina roll. I'm sure it's high.
Sarcasm.
Hey, it's a 3.
That's not bad.
That's pretty awesome,
For
actually.
Shugenja?
Yeah, that's pretty
Holy
awesome.
smokes. Holy smokes. Oh, yeah. Fire
there
Tommy.
you go.
Oh!
It's been a while.
Womp 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 womp. There are paper towels around here, I think.
That's okay. Keep rolling. You're
I
fine.
roll my 3.
That's why we have a table that's completely
It's, 20.
waterproof, guys. It's fine.
20?
Okay, fine.
Wow, that's respectable. Okay, yeah, you're able to do it. You're tired, but you're able to
Are you
get it
muted?
going.
I didn't touch. What?
Yeah, he's
His
off.
mic's
I'm
off.
off. It's all good.
Okay,
We're good. We're fine, Stork.
the scabbard starts to sort of burn away, and then you kind of start to see the sword. And the sword is turning red, and it's starting to sort of smoke and get those little bits of flame that kind of happen when impurities of the metal start to ignite, and it starts turning a deeper and deeper red, and then until finally it starts to sort of soften, and
You talking about the metal? The metal actually goes from red to yellow to white.
to white, and then.
Like those crazy space shuttle tiles.
Right.
Seen that?
Or stars, yeah.
Well, the space shuttle tiles are crazy because they'll pull them out of like a 2,500 degree Celsius oven, and you can pick them up from the corners
It's astonishing.
immediately.
They dissipate heat that fast?
Yeah.
Holy metric.
That's
Are
amazing.
they're ceramic, aren't they?
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
it's
so
like
they're
some
Corning
advanced ceramics.
Okay.
It's it's
But
Corning
the-
on steroids.
But the middle of it still looks like
I
a
know,
glowing.
I know. It's the coolest thing ever.
And if you touch the sides, you'll die. But the corners are okay.
Make a willpower roll.
What could possibly go wrong? You want to
see
spread a
spread
void on this?
Damn it.
I didn't.
9, 10, 11.
11. Okay. Who else is here with him?
Me.
And I'm right
You're
outside the door.
outside.
I'm not the spirit realm.
No, you're not with them. Make a willpower roll as well.
Just straight willpower?
Just straight willpower.
Kimmy, there's.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Holy crap.
Oh my god!
Wow.
With gusto.
Yeah.
That's a
Kimmy's
ball.
not messing around.
So,
I got a 15.
29 on 3
And the
dice.
10s explode, so you can.
Yeah.
You're
Plenty.
all the.
How much?
All
A lot?
Yeah,
A lot.
in the 30s.
Okay. All right.
Well,
And I got a
roll.
15.
Got it.
No, okay. No.
5 more.
Yeah. So 34.
25, 39.
Yeah. One shy of 40.
The blade, it's liquefied. It's starting to completely deform at this point. And it on the edges of it are starting to melt off and fall into the fire.
Do I actually see that happening in the real world?
Yes. He sets the blade down. It starts glowing and getting hotter and hotter and hotter, and then you see it starting to sort of melt.
The scabbard breaks apart and all of that.
Yes.
And I'm starting to see it. It's the right color for it. Okay.
Yeah.
What's happening with the war?
They're approaching you. They don't seem to see you, but they're approaching, and they're basically knocking down or burning every hovel they see along the way. And there's a lot of them. There's probably 800, 700 of them.
It's a large village, okay.
Who's is the clan champion close to me?
He's he's kind of, there's like guys who are close to you, and he's probably like in the center of this sort of line of destruction that's coming across this village. So he's probably not super far. He's probably 50 feet away. But there's a lot of guys between you and him.
I throw out a guesstimation how long it's going to be until they get hit.
Okay. You probably have 2 minutes, or whatever the appropriate.
Dramatical effect.
Right. And they're approaching you now, and you can see that they're basically just destroying everything as they're going along.
Max scared me.
What happened?
No, I looked down at my phone and I saw there was a Slack notification.
He thought it was from you.
He
I
thought
thought
it was from you, like
oh,
about
from
to die.
Mac.
I haven't finished writing it yet.
Oh, good.
So still be afraid, I think is what
Yeah,
he's saying.
just
Right.
live in fear for
Yeah,
a while.
just wallow in that.
Be afraid.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Everybody forgets what movie that came from.
I have no idea.
The Fly. Jeff Goldblum. And it was Gina Davis. She opens the door and says, "What's wrong with him?" She said, "Be afraid. Be very afraid."
I have
It's a
very
great
happy-
line.
Gina Davis too.
Yeah.
She
So
was
I'm
Awesome.
Well,
She's
she,
now the
she-
president
She
or
became
whatever.
like an Olympic archer for a while.
Damn.
So I'm going to, like my tattoo, like I'm going to stand between the forward-coming army and Dave.
Okay.
So by the door. So like
Yeah.
Jim is standing outside, and
I'm in the
she's at the
door.
door, and I'm at the forge.
Yeah.
And I'm just watching them.
And Stork is next to me, but not.
Yeah.
Why you guys seem agitated? Is everything all right?
Things are coming to a head.
Well, I can see the sword here. It seems to be melting just fine. You probably have melted it enough. If you need to leave, you probably can.
Can we review something for the moment? Mm-hmm. The swords, the names.
Oh. This one is the one about great leadership.
Yeah, I mean, I
Raycon.
Right.
This one is Raycon.
Okay.
I didn't write. Well, I wrote them down, but maybe not. You know what? I think I did save some character sheets. Hold on.
Is Kachkoi?
Must be like high fantasy, or
Tsuyosa?
knowing its name gives us power over it.
No.
No, we researched this before, and we should know, but
know.
I forgot.
My character knows, I don't know. And I don't say it right.
The dew claw is Chinjunochi.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one I...
All right.
Seido is the precise strike. That one was owned by the crane. That was the first one you guys got. Kashkoi was the second from the mantis. Tsuyosa was the one from the lion.
Right.
Raycon was the one you are just now putting it.
Putting it in there, yeah.
In the thing.
I don't think we can assume any point of destruction is enough until it's completely destroyed. And even then, we will need to confirm that the Oni is not in it anymore. Or, I'm sorry, the Consent is not in it.
I can tell you that this sword is a puddle of molten metal now.
I can see that too, Smith.
You can probably see me, and you see my face get super angry. Like, just twisted in a snarl of hate. But I'm still staring right into the, at the melty sword on the ground.
I think you've heated it enough. The residual heat will keep it melting. You should probably leave.
Well, it has to be destroyed before we can go.
It's
destroyed.
In my weaponsmith opinion, is it destroyed? It's an unusable weapon right now. It's not even a hammer anymore.
But all of them have been turned into non-weapons before.
It's a non-weapon. It's unusable. It's a pile of slag.
But no. But the spirit is still there. If someone comes and picks up this cooled pool of metal later, it still has all the evil inside. We have to wait until there is nothing.
Remember, that is the one that we just had to face at the temple. The lion that attacked us was because of the puddle of a sword that we'd left before.
No, the lion was a separate reason, but the sword was still bad.
Right.
Well,
it had been right, but it had been attracted to that spot because of the puddle sword that was in there that we'd put underneath the jade.
I'm just waiting for the internets.
Mm-hmm. They're sending back and forth notes.
It would take...
Yeah, I want that to happen.
Okay.
It would take days of pumping a forge to burn all of this steel off. Unless you have a kami that can do it for you. You will have to be here for days and days and days burning this.
I think as you're talking, I probably look up at you and you see, the
freed
pupils.
eyes?
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah. You see the pupils of my eyes are just fire.
I'm hoping this is a Shigenja thing and not the fact that you're possessed.
I'm just telling you what you see, but I'm not seeing you.
You still talked, right?
So you guys see it like a little tiny mote of light kind of leave from the side of his head and goes down into the forge, or goes down onto the melting
This is
sword.
all Shigenja. This is all mumbo jumbo finger wiggly stuff. I don't know.
And there is a burst of fire.
Nice.
You can feel the heat now.
So this is
before
like,
you couldn't feel any heat.
This is like
now
someone
you can feel the heat.
just lit thermite on fire.
Right.
All right, I probably really feel it because I'm right next to it.
I'm backing up.
The lion line has passed you at this point. They've ignored you, and they're like almost to you now, and they're not even looking at you. I mean, they're looking at some of the villagers. They're killing them as they go by, but they're not looking at. They don't seem to be looking at you.
They're stuck in a loop.
But the other villagers were able to interact.
It's Groundhog's Day.
What is Ghost Dad doing? Does he seem to be prepared to fight them, or he's
no?
just standing there looking at them?
He seems that he's kind of looking around.
Okay.
You kind of get the idea he's not in the same place you guys are.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I mean, I know he couldn't fight first because he's a disad, but I was just interested to see if he was reacting and able to see them.
He doesn't seem to be reacting. I mean, he was reacted to you guys.
Yeah.
The natural surroundings here, he doesn't seem to be reacting to.
Because the disad that's not a disad is
It's not a disad.
Yeah.
So however long that takes.
Very suddenly, there's sort of like a psychic scream, and you probably all hear it deep in your subconscious, and it is no more. You're confident. Neither is your kami.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
That's sad.
I'm super bummed.
You got flamey.
That's okay. I probably like straighten up when it happens, and then my shoulders sag and I stumble a little bit, and then when I kind of sit back up, it looks like the fire that was in my eyes is now just run out down my face.
No.
So it's like little fiery tears.
Aw. I'm gonna go over and like grab you underneath your your arms and like support you.
And I'll say it is gone.
I'm
This sword has been destroyed.
looking at the pile of slag. Is it? It's just a complete pile of slag, or is there anything left? Is it a crater? What is it?
No, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
I've never seen that happen before.
Dojoji, let us go. I'm gonna
Let's
like,
go.
basically carry carry him.
Yeah. Because I'm probably just like, it's got to be like a weekend at Bernie situation.
As they leave, basically what I'm doing is like following backwards behind them, basically just
Covering our
covering,
back, yeah.
covering their back.
Back
Until we
up
get
through the.
the Torii gate.
Okay. You see the as you're like heading out, you can see the lion champion. And you can see his 5 children, and they're causing huge amounts of destruction, way more than they should be capable of causing.
Almost
And-
like they all have magic swords.
Almost like they all have magic swords. And they're behind, sort of like in the second rank behind the first line, you see that there's a Shugenja. And the Shugenja is watching you guys walking along and leaving out the arch.
Are you still? Dave, are you still conscious?
Yeah. But I'm probably just numb, sort of. Like stumbling along beside you as best I can, but...
Do we think that Shigenja, do you believe that the swords these 5 carry here are simply reflections of those in the real world?
Yes.
So if we fought and destroyed these here, it would have no effect on the ones that exist.
I don't think so. History is history.
Indeed. I'm gonna like make note of that Shugenja's face, and like, just for the future.
Okay.
If there's a painting or a book somewhere that has this picture of him.
Okay.
Or if he's still alive and is in possession of the...
Too close.
Yeah, how long was this? Oh yeah, yeah. Smart. All right.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
He may actually be here in the physical world.
Well, I'll remember his face. Okay.
So you guys start walking. You're kind of walking back over to kind of meet them on the other side of the arch. Okay. You can, when you get approached close to the arch, you can kind of hear the sounds of battle
Oh, I look and I.
coming through the arch. But it's very faint. It's very faint.
Okay.
And we're not fighting; we're running. So
Yes.
All right, we
And
get.
you guys, you make it out.
Okay.
As you're walking out, the little statue has been crushed and desecrated.
I don't know if this path will be open for the other swords. But at least one of the 5 is gone.
Leaves the question: is it the fact that it was the original forge, where it was forged, that factor, or is it simply the fact that it was a forge in the realm of the dead that was?
All I know is it worked this time. There are other ways possible. There have to be. There are more experienced Shugenja than I that have access to powers that I don't yet.
And I grab him on the shoulder, and looking in the eye. Experience or not, my friend, you have achieved something that no other Shugenja in Rokugan has. I congratulate you. This is a time. This is of something great honor to you.
Indeed.
I think just what I'm doing right here at the table is what my character is doing. Like he's not making eye contact and like kind of looking down and nodding and.
Michael can obviously see that you're somewhat shaken, so he's trying to be a little bit more warm towards you to try to man, that was obviously something rough.
I'm going to take him and go set him over by like the camp that we had. And just
I'll bring
so
him
it's a
some
little bit
water.
more
Over by the
comfort.
campfire.
Yeah.
I'll bring him some water.
I heard the sounds of battle as you guys crossed in. Is there any chance that they can cross over?
I don't think so.
They did not. Most of them did not seem aware of us, but there was one Shugenja in their ranks who clearly saw us.
If this location is unknown to the wielder of the Dew Claw, and the Shugenja that was looking at us is the wielder of the Dew Claw, do they now know that the swords can be destroyed and where they can be destroyed?
I would guess yes.
Well, if
At
any of the people who were in the scene we saw are now the wielders of any swords, they were here historically. They were here to raise the village after they received the sword, so they would know of this location, regardless.
Yes,
That was the only entity that paid attention to me?
Yeah.
Us?
Yeah. All the rest of them behaved as if you didn't even exist.
That Shugenja was the only person through the entire battlefield that actually made eye contact with me and acknowledged the presence of the living.
Right, but that Shugenja would not have held as one of the claws at that time, right? Because he had five children.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't have it then.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, they might have been the one that.
Indeed, but it seems there was something about them at the battle that gave them the ability to see us. Perhaps because they are a Shugenja.
When the blades were originally made, I surmise that they were not originally cursed. They were just fine weaponry. Perhaps the Shugenja imbued them with the demonic essence.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that it was like the pride in the craftsmanship that invited the evil in.
No.
No?
If
I don't think we know.
If that was that divulged? If that was divulged, or if someone had postulated something, that's not quite what it was.
Was that one of your dreams?
I don't recall.
No, I think
I think
I got some.
there was something about pride, like letting in the consent, like being one of the weaknesses that one of the wielders had that let the consent.
it was the fact
Control
that the clan champion ordered the maker's death.
okay.
Because he had imbued basically his own
own
will
spirit. Yeah,
into
okay.
them, and when he was murdered, basically out of envy,
Yeah, well, lion and pride. That's go hand in hand.
that started changing the will that was inside in those swords, or made them susceptible to a concept.
Right.
for it.
I think
We knew that.
Yeah, we knew that.
We knew that for
I
sure.
thought so.
I just was confusing it a little bit in the annals of history.
So at the time of this battle, the
The
swords
swords-
were simply swords.
No.
Well, but they were not filled with the consent yet.
I think they were.
But they,
I did not
the-
see
From
this
what I
battle.
saw,
the
those
craftsman
5
was
people.
already dead
right,
because he presented them to the champion and his children.
but it had only been a few days prior. Did it happen that quickly?
Did you say the widow
can
was
happen quickly.
setting up a shrine for her dead husband? So the forger of the swords was dead
He
before this
was
battle.
already dead. Like he had taken the swords from here to the Lion Lands, presented them,
And-
and then was killed.
And you did say that you disagree that the blade seemed ordinary? I did not see this battle. Were they?
No, the five scions of the Lion House were butchering people in a way where either they were extraordinary legends or they were wielding magic swords.
It seems...
And then the
It
Shugenja.
seems... it's something to ponder why they would come and attack this village specifically.
Especially if they'd already killed the maker of the swords.
And they know that the one location that would be able to destroy the swords was still around.
That might have been. Might have been that. It might have been that they just wanted no evidence that these swords were ever created. Eliminate the knowledge from everyone. There's lots of reasons why, but
Or they discovered that after they've killed the forger of the swords, that the swords were then invaded by these Kensen and thought that it was something malicious and went back to exact revenge. Even though it was their own fault, due to their own folly.
I'll leave it to lions to not see that.
Then there's the matter of the Shigenja that can be in two worlds at once.
he might have just been able to see our presence.
But he was
there.
definitely with the lion at the time.
Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, now we are no longer holding a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And we have at least the lead. I don't know how we can reproduce this, but some kind of knowledge as to how to destroy them.
There is a forge in Cranelands that might serve our purpose.
But I think that...
In the realm of the spirits?
Possibly. Kikita himself did build a shrine of a forge in Cranelands.
Mm.
But
now that we know that this works, it's possible we could use that site as well. If we have Shigenja to purify... I'm still pondering it. The actual unmaking of a sword is simple, but it seems that it takes a fire. It takes a lot of fire, as I've never seen a blade that hot in my admittedly short time as a weaponsmith. It seems that incredible heat is enough to do this. It needs a special forge, and I know that in Cranelands there is one.
Well,
We can come back with knowledge, and perhaps we can replicate this under a more controlled circumstance. We don't need to come back here, unless that it needs to be unmade where it was made. That I don't know.
indeed, perhaps the Kansen who made... perhaps the Kami who forged the sword need to be inspired to unmake the sword.
I don't know. I just know that there is a sacred forge that might suit our purposes.
Well,
If you can do what you did again, it's possible that we can replicate what happened here, unless it needs to be here, in which case we can try to come back.
I will make a full report when we get there. I don't know if I will ever be able to do this again. This was very costly.
Now our last question. We only have the Dewclaw left, right?
Is out of pocket.
Mm-hmm. Do we wait here to see if it comes to investigate the disappearance of its fellow sword? Or do we go back to the keep?
my greater worry is that if we leave this Torii Gate unprotected, that if it is the only way to reach the forge that will destroy these swords, what would stop this Mahosukai from returning here and destroying this gate and barring us from being able to complete our mission?
It's been here for centuries. I'm more concerned with the fact that there are 4 swords gathered together in one place and nobody has been able to do anything with them. I'm a bit concerned. 3 swords. I'm a bit concerned that we may get back to the keep and the keep will be burned to the ground.
That is out of our control. We just need to figure out what we do with this location and what our next step of action is.
You know, I think we should hurry back to the keep with our knowledge.
I agree.
It's possible the Dewclaw has decided to free his remaining brothers while we were otherwise occupied.
Yeah, we have to protect the swords that we have.
Indeed. And
First.
the Dewclaw knows of this location, because
And
it
the
has been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they thought that...
Whether it had any idea that this could be dangerous to it, I don't know, but I think the critical issue is going to be get back and report what we know.
Indeed.
And
The other thing
see
is
what we can do about the other swords.
the Dewclaw, I don't know where it is unless you can track it. The Dewclaw needs to come to us, and I'm thinking it's either we'll be here if we wait around. More likely will be where his brother are, where he can free them. It seems to me the best place to capture this remaining sword is back at the keep where his brethren are being held captive.
I do believe that we should get a move on to go back to your daimyo. I think after this day, there's one thing that the Dewclaw probably knows that it hasn't known in a long time, and that's fear.
Make him desperate and careless.
Mm-hmm. Can I at least make this suggestion? I can travel back to Kyuden Doji and see if I can muster some troops to defend this gate if it is attacked, and you can continue down to share this information. I'm just concerned.
I don't think we can afford for any of us to stay here
Absolutely.
in the long term. But calling in for assistance, especially now that we're rid of the influence of that sword, you don't have to worry about corrupting
people
other
ourselves
This
or
gate,
those around us.
this gate is withstood. Have the kami protected it all this time? Is there a chance that the kami have been protecting it unknowingly, unwittingly, that we don't?
This is a very powerful place.
Haven't the kami protected the wall? Yet crabs still stand upon it. It is due upon the flesh of men to protect this realm, not upon the spirits.
Indeed.
It is very possible that this was never considered to be a threat, and now that it's been proven otherwise, and if it is our only portal to the resource we need to destroy the rest of these swords, then it must be defended in some way, shape, or form, or until we're certain that that is not the case. But yeah, I'm all for that. I'm perfectly happy to go on my own and travel up to Sevenfold Castle and see if I can get some samurai and Ashigaru to come here and stand guard over the gate.
Very well.
Now that the sword has been destroyed, the taint is not affecting you and all of us. We have a bit more time. We could all go together and perhaps get another boat to take back. The problem with the boat was that the sword was affecting them. Perhaps we can do this now as a group.
That would actually be a net savings in time. You're absolutely correct.
I think that because the demon is gone, we can
Give us a little leeway.
have
If
some
we can do
breathing
that,
room.
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm
The
loath-
fastest we can travel is the best.
I'm loath to separate us in case the Dewclaw is in fact following us and waiting for an opportunity.
And if one of us is captured, then they will know everything that we know.
Or
You are
killed.
correct. Or I'm not so worried about killed. I think any one of us would gladly give their lives in duty to this
But
mission.
if the Dewclaw takes you out, we can't afford to lose you. But so let's stick together.
Okay.
We can go back and we can ask for troops to come here.
Agreed.
And we have time now that the sword isn't affecting everybody.
But it's too dark now to do anything. Let's just rest the night, and then we'll be on our way as quickly as we possibly can. So yeah.
Okay.
I think we go sleepish.
And it's late,
Yeah.
much later than your bedtime.
Take watches, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I don't even volunteer.
Yeah.
I normally don't anyway.
We don't even ask.
But that's just because I'm a jerk. This time I'm just worn out.
Yeah, you've done way enough today. Not
Yeah.
Makiko doesn't even care. Like, she's like, it's fine.
It's like, you're the hero of the story at this point right now. It's like, respect.
Well,
But usually, I just don't volunteer to take a shift to
Yeah.
annoy her.
yeah.
This time it's not
Yeah.
on purpose.
It's because you deserve a full night's sleep.
Correct.
All right. The evening goes uneventfully, and it remains quiet and peaceful here the entire time. And then the morning comes.
All right, we head back to.
Dare I ask what it looks like through that portal now?
That may be a good information to know. Makiko's gonna.
Stick your head in.
Yeah. I'm used to handling the ghosts. I'm gonna kind of just barely kind of like.
You see absolutely no difference with your head stuck in and with your head stuck out.
Oh, okay. It appears as the real world now.
Maybe it was some kind of affectation of the moon.
Indeed.
Maybe the sword manifested this.
It may have
The
been a
presence of the
reaction of the
sword.
spirits to the presence of the sword.
There's a lot going on here that is beyond my.
Many questions that
So
you
many
can't
mysteries.
answer,
Yeah.
Let us go quickly.
Yeah.
We ride.
Let's beat feet.
Right.
Well, if the portal is inactive now, do we still need to get Defenses?
I think it's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea because we're going to head back over there anyway. We might as well ask because we got to grab a boat. So, but if they say no, then my heart won't be too broken.
Okay.
So you basically travel the nearly day's journey back to
Yeah.
the Sevenfold Keep. And now there is a mon flying from the top of the keep, and it is the mon of Kurosato, who is the Suzukonin.
Okay.
So he must be here.
The one we know.
Yes.
The one you guys put into power, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we
He's still not confirmed? Or whatever that process is. I don't know how long
It's
that
like
takes.
a month into spring.
He hasn't done his champion quinceanera or anything like that.
We haven't seen the smokestack yet, the white smoke.
Anybody want Coke? Water?
Nah, I'm
I'd
good.
like one.
Can you get me one of those seltzer waters?
Sorry, I keep moving into your space. When we get to like the edge of town, like as soon as possible, I'm gonna sit and write down everything we know about destroying the sword,
Okay.
and with your help, Dave, and send it on in case we get murdered, assassinated. Find this Dewclaw and are all murdered. Like, there's going to be a little nobody messenger who goes to the keep, who sends them, gives all the information about how to destroy these swords.
Okay.
So at least there's plan A and plan B.
Good plan. I like that.
If you are reading this, we are dead. Please follow these
Well,
instructions
no.
to the letter.
We're on our way in a boat, but
If something were to befall us in the meantime, you still get this information.
Good morning, Mr. Phelps.
All right. So you're going to go to see Kurosato?
Yeah.
Okay. And of course, he will immediately order you brought in.
I will go too after I do the letter thing.
Well, I would hope so. You're sort of the leader of this group. Yes.
You actually met him. The rest of us haven't.
And you have the glory.
Yeah, I know him.
And Dave does too.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll go
But
there.
the three of us don't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of spacey today, guys.
Minoru takes Shugenja got drinking.
Okay.
So I'm going to get wrecked before I go meet the Suzukunin?
No,
No,
you don't have to
during.
go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I'm giving you an excuse.
Oh, that's cool. As long as you got this. All right.
All right, so we go up.
You can play Bushi Bushi Bushi.
You
The
know what?
samurai's favorite drinking game.
You know what though? I think that's going to be his tradition. Like somebody.
Get wrecked before meeting people.
No. Somebody close dies. Then he has a wake the next day.
Sounded awesome. Hit
Nailed
all of
That was like a just married car driving by. It was so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna like erect a bunch of cans all stacked on top of each other around it. So if you miss,
it's
it's
an
nothing
obstacle
but
then,
net.
yeah.
Clank, 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 clank,
I'm gonna
clank.
say though that's like the third one I've thrown this game with my left hand, and that's the only one that's missed so
Oh, really?
far.
Oh.
So
You can take enough lefty wine.
I was right.
It's
That must
wearing
be why
off.
it works.
In
Yeah.
power. Yeah, it's wearing off.
Drink more lefty wine.
Okay, so you guys are playing Bushi Bushi Bushi. All right.
All right.
Jack Sue. Go look it up. Barney Miller, Jack Sue.
All right.
Am I talking?
I don't.
No. I'm gonna go in.
Am I talking?
I'm still wearing my
Are
armor
you talking
too.
to me?
Are you talking to me?
My armor that now has like some blackened
Oh, yeah.
jade and shit.
Oh yeah, it's like Cajun food.
Blackened.
Oh, yeah, like black and
I
catfish,
get it.
right?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's just like I wasn't gonna compare my armor to Cajun food. That was an odd, but fine.
Yeah, sounds good.
Unlike Cajun food, my armor is
Smells like catfish.
nope.
And you will notice that when you walk into his sort of audience chamber, there is no one else here.
Okay.
When you guys walk in.
All right. I'm gonna bow all the way.
Okay.
We all do.
Yeah.
Of course.
Totes.
Sama, it is good to see you again. I'm sure you're enjoying being home.
Indeed, it has been some time. My dogs. I hate my dogs. I hate dogs.
Most people can't hear them.
Okay.
Um,
I trust you have good news, or at least that is my hope.
we have some good news, yes. We have discovered a way to possibly destroy the swords.
Oh,
Not just destroy the swords, but also the content in them. So we have procured and collected a number of them, but there are still some that are at large.
One's a large.
I'm not telling him that on purpose because he's not in charge of me.
Sounds good.
He's technically in charge of you.
Actually, yeah, he kind
Well,
of
he
is.
is. Well, he's in charge of my daimyo. Yeah, but
He's your boss's 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 boss.
right. But my boss didn't
Oh, my
say.
boss.
I don't know. I feel a little.
He's like the
bit
Elon Musk of the crane.
Yeah.
If the CEO of Microsoft goes to a janitor and says, "Sweep over there,"
No, I
he's
get
going to
that.
sweep over there.
I get that, but I'm also like, his brother was corrupted.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm giving him all.
You're going with the trust no one thing.
Yeah, no, I 100% don't trust
I get
anyone in
that.
this situation.
And
Especially,
you know all of this stuff. We don't.
Right.
So
I'm just telling you as players when you're all like, "There's one left." I'm like, "I know."
Yeah, it's all good.
Makiko knows. There's only 5. I can count that we just did 4. 1 left. My thumb's in the air. 1. So yeah.
One beer, 2 beers.
1, 2 beers. Yeah. But those that remain are very dangerous.
That's the metal way to count.
Yes. 1, 2,
3.
They're on the horns. Okay.
surfer.
Yeah. We are hoping to procure transport on a ship back to Mitsubishi, and so we can return to the valley as soon as possible so we can spread our news of how to destroy these swords.
I will have one of my ships prepared to convey you to Mitsubishi at once.
Thank you. That would be most helpful.
What kind of news is it, Kimmy?
Good news!
I was waiting for it.
It's not very in Makiko's nature to be any jolly at all. Fine. Good. Okay.
Are we going to ask them to guard that Torii gate?
Yes, we'll do that. Thank you for reminding me. I was like, there's a thing that we could...
Something else?
Yeah. May I introduce you to my companions? I'm going to introduce them.
Okay.
They were both instrumental in helping to destroy the most recent sword.
I'm still. My forehead is on the ground until he acknowledges me. Are you kidding me?
Please recover.
I stand up and I'm still sort of like not looking him in the eye, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making eye contact either.
She was probably a little bit too familiar with him, but she kind of earned that shit. So
It's like
you
honor me, Sama.
You knew him before he was anybody.
Yeah, I made him that.
He was the drunkard that
Yeah.
liked to go to the Hoover house.
Yeah.
See, you got blackmail material.
That's right.
You could totally play that card for a while.
I think actually, I feel like as she went, as Makiko started feeling more comfortable, she would probably recount the tale of how they just destroyed the sword.
Okay.
Maybe kind of spicing up how much she did
Embellishing.
a little bit.
Yeah, embellishing her role in
just
it.
slightly.
Okay.
There I was, taking on the consoms. Slowly I turned.
Yeah. Me and the Daidoji were about to face the lion army of ghosts. Like, alone.
I said, Daidoji, tie my right arm behind me. I want to make this a fair fight.
So I'm gonna recount the story for him before I feel should be worth some glory points. No.
Oh, I would have. Yeah, I would.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
You get points for bragging for shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You do?
Especially
And
to a clan champion about shit like this.
Right.
And then he's like, how sincere are you about it?
Very sincere
Very
about
sincere.
my bragging. Oh my god, that's like the most sincere thing I do other than give shade to Stork. Like, those are the 2 most sincere things I do in life. Oh, and tell my dad to shut up. Those 3 things.
I think
What
these
is
are things
best
that
in
Kimmy
life?
actually does in real life, too.
Yes, actually, very accurate. And then when I get to the end, I'm like, I will say, if it is not too much to ask, I think it is also a wise idea to have someone guard that gate. For we do not know if we can travel back through it again, but if it is destroyed, then we will never be able to travel through it again. It may already be closed to us.
I will dispatch a unit there at once.
Be aware.
Ding, 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 ding.
Be aware that if the wielder of the Duclaw that attacked the What did I say?
They're being drunk.
We're drunkards.
They're playing
okay.
bougie, bougie, bougie.
Oh, okay. I thought I said something again. I was like, oh god, what did I say? That if the wielder of the Duclaw appears again, they were able to wipe out an entire unit of witch hunters and crab protectors alone.
I think it would be appropriate to have a shrine erected in that place because it is a very historic, important point, and I think having Shugenja bless the
can hear
ground
you.
will help as well.
Yeah.
I'm just not making eye contact. I have a disad about dealing with people in authority because they recognize me. Yeah, this is being in presence of nobility, not a place I want to be.
Mikiko knows that and like puts the spotlight on you.
Right.
You should say that louder so he can. You can hear him? Is he being loud enough for you to hear, Sama?
He could speak up.
I'm not making eye contact.
But once we're done talking about the shrine and all that stuff, I am going to tell him about the dragon/lion thing,
Okay. Oh, the battle.
the battle, and all this stuff. And I'm basically going to tell what everybody did and how I went out of my way to make sure that the Emperor's resources weren't going to get thrown away in a useless battle and tried to stop it before they killed each other. You know.
Okay. All right.
Looking out for Rokugan because that's what I do. Shiny, shiny.
That's what you do.
It's what I do.
This honor and glory mechanic really butts up against the laws of Bushido too. You
No.
want to be humble, and yet you also want the glory. So how do you?
Well, and that's the thing. He probably gets honor from that story, but probably not glory. I get glory from my story, but probably
I
not
said honor,
honor.
glory. I mean, the whole. It's a juggling act, I think.
It is
to make all of these.
Your mic's off.
No, I'm just talking into my hand.
Oh, it's
So
playing
it's probably
sideways.
better this way.
It's the same. That's better.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the jury-rigged
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah, I have actual clips if you want to.
There you go.
All right. Better.
Better.
There we go.
But I think that's also why we disguise the bragging. Like, I didn't just go and, hey, guess how great I am. Let me tell you the story about why we need guards at this
They're the
gate.
lords of the humble brag.
Like, this is informative.
But that's also
Yeah.
where the skill sincerity comes into play, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's for.
Right.
Because you can't be all.
It's about selling yourself without actually selling yourself, and it's about
and
about
being
letting
able
people,
to like tell half truths
right.
and have people not be able to sniff it out.
Sama, let me tell you about this business opportunity.
Ideally, the way it would work is I would tell a doji what happened, and then I'd have them tell.
Right, and it would spread.
Yeah.
Well,
So
I'm not good at this, so I'm awesome.
Straight to the top.
Kurosato calls back in. His courtiers come back in, and he stands and he says,
Come in, Sepulchro.
"I would have it known
Shut up.
Don't help.
here in the court of the Crane that these three samurai
Oh no.
are doing a great service to us and to our emperor. And I would acknowledge, though I cannot detail, their deeds." And he sort of very slightly bows to you, and everyone else kind of gets down and does the whole thing. Everyone gains a rank.
Yay! A glory rank?
Well,
See,
not
a
the
glory
two of
rank.
us.
So you said
Not you, not bougie, no.
you said 3 samurai.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
They're not there.
They're playing bougie.
But I wouldn't get the glory anyways because he's playing.
Yeah, that's
I just mouse into the background and be like, cool, I was there.
So this is honor or glory,
Glory.
and it's 1 dot or the whole rank.
A rank.
One rank.
One rank.
So you go up a whole number.
holy
So
shit.
from 1.3,
Publicly
now
acknowledged by
2.3.
someone status 7 or higher. And I would say a Crane champion, the
Oh, yeah.
Crane champion is 7 or higher.
Actually,
Does that actually raise our insight at some point?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it's your
Is there a
glory
mechanic really
It's
involved with that? Okay.
it's a social mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's whenever you want to basically big dick somebody, that's the number that you're going to use.
Yeah, basically.
Ironically, at this table.
Cool it, Tetsubo girl.
Mine is bigger than yours.
Only just now.
No, since forever.
No, I mean we were the same until now.
Just now.
You were playing Bougie.
Yeah.
Thanks, Eli.
Yeah, well,
No, it was a great idea.
Give me
Like,
drinks.
100%.
Keep me from getting glory.
No, it's
You're
awesome.
doing good, Eli.
Is your mic on?
Yes.
Oh, it is now. It is. Okay. Here, you're good.
It was. Oh, I think you were just talking over your mic.
You
You
may
leaned
have
back.
been-
Yeah.
Chinning up. I'm trying to find where
Top
you're.
draw.
Double shooting up as it is.
I call my keep ups and downs.
Gilligan, my boy. Boozled. What are you looking up?
I'm looking to see what his honor game is going to be.
That's gonna be good.
Although honor does actually give me stats.
Right.
Yep. My school actually adds my honor rank to my hit points for the first rank.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
And it helps in resisting
We
fear
changed
and
schools,
does all
though,
kinds of
so-
stuff.
He hasn't.
I haven't.
Yeah, he's-
I'm
he's right.
Daidoji and stay Daidoji.
Train all the way.
Yep. Cream for life.
For life.
But he's on Inukai.
No. You're
When the Inukai get around
No,
to
he's
establishing
not.
a school,
Yeah,
man, we're in.
I said it like 80 times. I don't know why I did that.
What's your honor rank?
My honor rank is 7.1.
Holy smokes, that's high.
So I'm going to give you 5 points.
5 pips?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not 5 ranks.
Oh, no, yeah.
That
Honor rank
Crazy pants.
13.
takes you off the scale.
Yeah.
You're like, I am not allowed to do anything. I just have to sit in this room for fear of losing.
No, actually,
honor.
there's a magical point once you reach around 9 where everything around you automatically says, no, he's so honorable. Even if he does something dishonorable, everybody around him is dishonored for just witnessing it because he's so honorable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
can see that. That's very Japanese. I can totally see
Yeah.
that. It's like, clearly he's so honorable that he couldn't have been wrong. It's us.
Everybody
that's
else is wrong.
And,
yeah.
and once your honor gets high enough, there's just almost nothing that's going to make it go up more.
Yeah. No. It's progressively
And
higher,
all doors
harder,
are
harder.
open to you at that point too, because you are famous throughout the land.
That's
yeah?
not glory. That's
No,
honor.
that's honor.
Okay, sorry.
Honors are sort of, the way I look at it, sort of your internal opinion of yourself as a samurai.
Exactly. It's sort of, not only that, but it's sort of like a brand of purity. You're considered to be beyond reproach past a certain point.
Well, at least to yourself.
Yeah. And on top of that, I have irreproachable as a merit, so...
So is there like, can there be like a perceived honor? Like, I think I am amazing versus like actually your honor.
there was in the old version there was one.
That makes sense. Because I feel like Mikiko's like, I am full of honor. And it's like,
It's more like everybody thinks you have a X honor, but you
Okay.
act with X honor.
X honor, okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So it's like the nature and
Demeanor from...
demeanor from
Right.
vampire. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
It's a good one for Scorpion.
Yeah.
Okay, it starts getting very,
Awkward.
well, courtiery
Yeah.
here.
All right.
Well, let's get on a boat and get the hell out of here.
Yeah. There's a lot of people trying to get influence from us now.
Yeah.
And you see
Show
him,
me the
he's
way to go home. Tired and I want to go to bed.
boozy. Drink!
I'm going to stay for a few minutes and I'm going to tell a couple impressive stories.
Okay, all right.
Oh, so I got this scar. And this is how I got
You
this
know
scar.
how I got this scar?
Yeah. Oh, and this scar from finding an Oni. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, Daidoji-san. Would you know if she is married or betrothed? You don't want any of that. I'll tell you right now, just walk away.
I do miss that poor crab that was following you around. In
Yeah.
The game.
Yeah, I know.
No, not in this. Not in
Yeah.
this. But when you were
Yeah.
betrothed. But yeah,
Yeah,
I missed that story. It was funny.
it was.
It made me laugh every time.
You
Was that,
Suki kid.
that was the other one, right? That was the
Yeah.
middle game.
Yeah,
It's a middle game.
Yeah.
Eras.
They're still on that island, waiting.
Yeah.
yeah, they're on Death
A
Island.
game that just ended. Like, we just never got our schedule.
Their skeletons are still sitting there in front of that gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a Pirates of the Caribbean
Someday we'll
ride.
go back to that. Yeah, exactly. By the way, Dave, I'm very sorry. I know how close you can be to your little commie friends. I almost cried when we started, not this one, but the Final Fantasy, or the Fantasy Flight version of this game. And you, like, did the thing.
Oh,
and
with
you're
the
like,
swords?
Yeah, the swords, and,
Yeah.
and there was like,
Yeah.
oh, and there's an air commie flying around the garden there still, like, cause
And you were like,
I like literally got like
no,
teared up. My
you
little,
did. You said it.
my little commie friend from my first L5R
Your little-
character ever.
Little Falcor zipping around.
And this is that one, the one picture
Yep.
behind
Yep.
Jim
Yeah.
there.
You said that early on. I want my hair coming to look like Falcor.
Yeah.
And then he drew it.
Yeah, it's the best.
Sweet.
Okay. There are also there are some other clan representatives here as well. There's a phoenix and there's a dragon and there's no dragon. There's a phoenix. There's a lion. There's a scorpion, of course, and there's a crab.
Okay. I'm very careful not to tell any other stories about these swords.
And you do recognize the crab's Yojimbo.
Oh, is it our friend?
It
Our
is.
sailing buddy?
It is Hiruda Odi.
Yeah!
Nice. Okay.
He's the best
And you
crab.
probably have heard stories that there's during when the war was like it fully at its worst. The crab, the lion sent a representative, a courtier, to the Crane Winter Court without a Yojimbo as a dare, and the crab sent a representative, even though they had just burned down a bunch of crops in sort of the western part of Crane lands, and they brought one of their most dangerous Yojimbo with her, and the story is that he is so ruthless with his revenge if someone were to harm his charge that he kills them. The person who did it, he hunts down their family and kills them.
Jesus.
To the point where he doesn't even have to actively guard his charge.
Because people are just so scared.
Is that honor or glory that he has there?
That would probably
Glory.
be glory.
Yeah, it's
Glory.
all a
Yeah.
big story, whether it's true or not.
Right.
But he helped us win a sailing competition.
Yes.
And he was the super jovial, nice crab. He was me if I played
What
a crab.
are you saying?
Because you can't look without dynamic contrast, you can't appreciate something.
Yeah, when they first met him, it was winter was just starting to hit in Murasabishin Toshi, and he was like reclining, laying down underneath a tree in a field of flowers.
Yeah.
That's how they met this crab.
Yeah. It's like, are you wearing the right mom? I don't know.
Still wearing his summer clothes.
Yeah.
So you do see him, and he sort of looks, and he sort of slips away from his charge. And
Of the two of us, me and him, which one of us has higher glory now?
what's your glory?
4.
Shit.
I don't remember if I've met this guy or not. I think this was the
Not this
previous.
That was your previous
Yeah.
character. That was
Yeah.
this was in
Okay.
the
I'm just
FFG
checking.
version.
He gives you a nod, he's like,
affects
I
how
recognize your
how I
spirit.
interact with him. That's all I'm asking.
I have.
That's okay.
But in character, you probably know him and have met him before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's crab. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
No, he might know. You know.
You are in famous, which is even better than being regular
It's
famous.
right there.
Yep.
I took the disad and I'll own it.
I just want to check to see where glory. There they are. Because I don't have that. That is not in the very excellent GM screen, which is
Excellent.
excellent. So it's now 4. Well, your glory is as high as the Emperor,
Oh, good. Oh, go me.
but there's a lot of things above the Emperor
Yeah,
for
I mean-
glory because
he's
he's just the Emperor.
yeah, he's not. He does a lot of cool.
Doesn't do a lot of
city
fighty stuff.
Yeah.
He's divine, but he doesn't.
He has social rank of like 10, but glory.
Yeah.
Glorious. Yeah.
because there's not a lot of stories about him. It's
No.
just
Because
yeah,
like the
he's
Emperor is at
Emperor.
4, a victorious war hero is a 5.
Oh.
The voice of the Emperor is a 6. He has twice the 2 points
it.
more glory. I would say his is probably slightly higher. It's probably 4.5.
At least as much as a glorious war hero at this point. Yeah. Gotta get some
You're a
improvements.
glorious war hero in our hearts.
That's all right. I'm gonna be a little less braggy with him then.
You have the same glory rank as a defeated war hero, honorable,
Oh, good.
which is also the same as the emperor. So
Okay,
Well, because nobody actually interacts with the Emperor.
that's
either.
true, and they never see
Right.
them.
I
So you
removed
can-
all the moldy cheese from
Yeah.
the refrigerator. Glory 4.
Right. All the servants get the glory because they're protecting him.
Yeah.
Right.
All the time.
well, and everyone knows when they go out and
The poison
when he
tester.
when he goes out hunting, and someone else shoots his pheasant for him.
And the poison tester gets all the glory ever. He's got a glory of like 10 because
Probably.
he drinks. Yeah. Every time.
Well,
he's going to take that bullet every time.
When they get to 10, then they get to retire.
Right.
They bring in a new one.
All right,
But
so
most don't make it then.
he's gonna walk up. I'm gonna like nod to him.
You're the only one here, right? We all left. No?
I don't.
No,
No, we're all still
I
here.
mean,
Go
did you
here.
leave? You can leave if
I
you
guess,
want.
no, I guess not. Sorry. There was
Make an
much
intelligence
answer
roll.
going. 8, 9, 10, 15.
Very famous Crab Yojimbo just walked up. At 15, you remember his name. Odi.
Odie.
Hirudo.
Would he be a son for me?
Son is, I mean, amongst samurai, son is just sort of like a
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
term of respect.
But in
Yeah.
this one, they make a distinction between glory and status, right?
Yes.
So if he has status, like even though you may have super high glory, kind of like what Jim was saying with the Emperor. Emperor has low glory,
But his status is
but his status
as
is
high
at
as
the
it goes.
wazoo.
Right, but I also know him. Like we've done things together. Like so, we've also got like.
I would
familiarity.
think that you guys consider each other peers.
Okay,
I would
that was sort
totally
of my
think that.
thought. Yeah. Okay. Odi-san, it is good
Hold
to
on.
see you.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
What's his sword look like?
I don't know if I've ever figured that out.
Looks
It's
sharp.
the Dewclaw.
Well, I don't know him. Yeah. How awesome would that be?
No, because
That'd be
we already
unawesome.
know.
That'd be
We already know who's wielding the
Yeah,
dude.
Well-
he's like. Well, we.
But he's a Mahu Sukai, so it could
We
Yeah,
use.
we-
don't actually know. We just know somebody is.
Well, we know it's like a zombie-looking guy.
They don't always have to look like that.
They don't. I don't know if they know that. Well, I don't know that. My character, I don't know.
Kyber Blade.
Of
Ah,
course it is. Of course it is. I'm speechless for a second or two, right, as I stare at his blade.
That's hot.
It is. It is.
My eyes are up here.
right.
Takashi. If I recall, if my memory is correct.
Yes. Do we do it here or do we do it outside? How are you? How are you?
He tilts his head back and laughs.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, that doesn't mean he's not going to kill you.
It just might do it in a
You're gonna
comedic
kill him?
fashion.
I'll wait till he has more family.
She grins about that and nods.
Your blade was made by my family. How old is it?
It belonged to my great grandfather.
Ah, and I'll rattle off the name of the smith who made it.
Ah.
He was famous in his time. 5 every year. It is remarkable to see it.
It has served me very well, and I'm sure will serve my children and children's children, at least one of them.
You could split it in half and share it amongst them.
We both look at you like that's like cutting up a kitten. Like, what is wrong with you?
I feel like Odie would laugh at that. Like,
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Are you here guarding someone, or are you here as a representative of the clan?
I am here. I have been relieved is not quite the right term. I have been discharged of my duties, and I am currently preparing to head back to Murasamichi Toshi.
Oh, you should travel with us then. We are headed that direction as well.
Oh, that is fortuitous.
Indeed. On a ship. Well, you know how our last sail went. It went quite well.
Well, if the crew needs any pointers,
I will leave that to you.
indeed. They won a sailing competition amongst the mantis. A crab and 2 crane.
2 new crane.
2 new crane.
We were super.
Who were also crab at the time.
Three.
Yeah, that's right. Oh,
No, I wasn't, but it was my old
Phoenix.
character.
Your old
Phoenix.
It's my old character. Remember, I looked at the shells and
still a
we
new
figured out the
crane.
map where
Yeah.
they basically led us a map of where the reefs were.
They
Yeah,
cheated.
we know.
Yeah,
We
cheated.
did not cheat.
We get divine intervention. It's different.
All right.
We had 4 preparations.
When was the last time we haven't seen him since?
We haven't seen him since Mercy Bishitoshi.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna recount some of the.
I think he was read in early on, wasn't he?
He knew what we were up to.
As far
No, yeah. But
Yeah,
I'm not going to
that's
go
right.
into that here. But I'm going to talk about the death of Stork's other character.
Oh, okay, all right.
I'm just going to say that he died. I'm not going to say how, especially in this crowded room with a bunch of courtiers everywhere.
Right. Korean courtiers.
Yeah. And Scorpion,
That's
and
right.
Might I remind you that you are now a crane?
You know what they're good at.
yeah.
No, but you don't have to say crane, Scorpion.
I can.
I didn't say that. He did.
You know, you just giggled excitedly in agreement.
There is that tricky thing. It's like,
A lifetime of training.
yeah, and you still know them, even though you may have. It's tricky. It's a slippery slope. I was actually trying to factor through that today when I was dealing with my character. I'm like, all right, what school am I going to go into? And wow, how do I reconcile this? It's tricky.
Oh yeah.
I can be one of them and still think they're a little bit wimpy. It's fine.
I'm a Daidoji. I just think most of them are kind of fluffy. And
Exactly. Like, it's accurate.
Yeah.
My giggle is accurate.
not gonna lie.
Should we retire to somewhere where they have stronger drinks, my friend?
Indeed. I know just the place.
Excellent.
Then you start approaching the sake house, and from inside you hear, "Bushy, bushy, 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 bushy!" Look.
This is like Augie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
Yeah.
It's bushy, bushy,
Nice.
bushy, oi, oi, oi.
Probably like the whole front of my robe is just wet from me missing my mouth. Just
Trying to pick it up with no hand.
yeah. Oh yeah. Many times.
I'm going to lean over everybody. He hasn't changed much.
You've only ever seen me drink once before.
Oh, that's true. I forgot. I'm thinking your other character.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Thinking all your other characters.
All of your other characters ever, Dave.
Well, he had the character who carried kimono beers.
Yes.
All right.
So, no, I won't say that. Like, he's still alive. I'm just kind of shrug. Yeah. Surprising.
You're just saying vowel. It's just consonants, no vowel.
exactly it.
Listen,
buddy. Yeah.
Odie. Remember Odie?
Oh, Odie.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It's very good to see you.
Minoru's pretty sober, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's just been feeding him drink.
Is it one of these? Like,
No.
Where you're throwing it over your shoulder before
exactly,
yeah.
right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
man.
drinking, but it's not like.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He
Excellent.
pats you on your shoulder very heavily and says, "It is wonderful to see you, and I will speak with you more when you can remember what I have said."
That was a good idea.
Odie will be joining us on our travels, so he will be taking the ship down to Mitsubishi Toshi with us. So you'll have plenty of time to talk
Sailing
with
again.
him. Yes.
Woo!
We won't be doing the sailing this time, though, my friend.
Well, maybe
No,
we could help.
no, not in your state, my friend.
Well, we're not leaving tonight.
That's true.
If we were, I'd just go to sleep.
You should probably
Fine.
sleep anyway.
No, it's a long early. Long early.
It's a longer.
Don't correct him.
Having recently been in that state,
Yeah, I heard about that wedding.
It was a wedding.
it was a wedding.
just saying.
There was an open bar.
There's an open bar at my wedding too, man.
There was actually
All of my friends were
the
so
groom
drunk.
actually crafted 2 of the beers, and I think the ciders and the meat. So
Wow, neat.
2 meats, 2 types of meat.
There
It
was 3.
It was delicious,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
it was
Yeah, it was delicious.
There was orange, there was chocolate cherry, and
Mango.
mango.
It was a good.
But
Sorry, we're
yeah.
gaming here. Sorry.
Trying to
Free
figure out.
gaming, if you know what I'm saying. Holla!
Trying to figure out if my character is going to have anything to do with you guys while you're out on your drunken Tumblr.
We're not, I mean, I probably won't drink super badly. Although, I don't have any responsibilities. I just have to make it on the boat tomorrow.
You know what? This is probably the most relaxed we have had the opportunity to be in quite some time. So it's probably a good idea to just take advantage of it. Yeah, I'm drinking with you
Why
guys.
I think Odie's has the dew cloth.
Yeah. Oh. Hey. That's very meta of you, though, Stork.
If I were jamming, that's what we're doing.
And
if I were jamming, just because you said it, I'd make that not the case because of that.
Kurosato he kind of gave you the impression that ship is ready to leave whenever you want. Tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever.
Okay.
It's like a private jet.
All right, let's go now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're wheels up.
Yeah, get the drunk samurai on a boat.
Throw him on the boat.
All right, actually, like, I'm gonna have like one drink, but if we know that boat's ready, I want to go.
Okay.
I'm at the boat waiting for
You
that.
gotta give,
All right.
you gotta give him time to pack.
What did you drop off?
You are
Odie,
Crab. Why do you have things to pack that you're not wearing?
he has possessions. What kind of...
I could grab my bag. It will take me a moment.
Well, yeah.
He's a good crab. He has a bug-out bat.
He just steps in
He's
the
a
room, grabs
doomsday
it, and
prepper.
sidles up.
Hey. Like we have like 3 things. It's like, oh,
Well, sure, but he can go do that, and I'll be here.
well, we should probably start making your way to the ship, my friend. It's gonna be a
Oh.
long walk for you.
I leave like an obscene amount of money on the table
Okay.
because I don't even know how much it costs.
Right.
Like, I'm just like, here's.
You just grab a few wooden blocks and throw them out.
So he's a Yojimbo who's guarding whom and just leaves his charge and comes with
He was
you?
just actually. He just said he was let go of his previous charge and he's traveling back home.
Yes.
Yeah, well, if you trust him,
Oh, he's a good guy.
He was instrumental in our success in the first sword.
Oh, just to be sure, we'll just kill him in his sleep. No problem.
I'm just distrustful of crabs in authority. It's probably just me.
Yes. Our aggressive fan wielding.
Yeah, I know. Casting fan shade.
So,
I'm gonna guide this guy over to the boat.
Yeah, it's better. He's getting my
Okay.
eyes.
him? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This dock is really far.
Not. But okay, keep walking. Nope, not that way. That way.
Oh,
That way.
All right.
Doing the Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully throw seas so I can just be walking straight.
It's a crab out bag.
Make 3 TN20 stamina rolls.
He's being. Oh wow, that's awesome.
No, I clearly got wrecked.
Yeah, no, you were wrecked.
This is actually much
This is
worse
a-
than I was the last time.
This is to help him avoid getting PTSDs, guys.
Yes.
You know what?
Coping
Because that's
mechanism.
how that works.
That's how that works.
Spend a void
in
point.
the crablands.
Okay.
In the
all right.
crabland.
Gotta make 3 of them, though.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't have a lot of antidepressants.
Hey,
in
that's
travel.
20.
Yeah.
Boom. All right.
Ah!
That's one.
I'm spending another void point.
So there, your mom.
I'm just softening
Hey,
you
look,
up.
that made it too.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a
I'm
10.
just softening you up for a duel. Go ahead.
That's all right.
So 22, you get to keep 3.
If I'm the one that has to duel
Or,
somebody,
You spend a void
26.
without rolling.
I'm the
it.
one that ends up having to spend void for a duel situation, things have gone horribly wrong. Like, let me duel you with my...
Nope.
I don't have that kind of weapon.
You got a Wakizashi.
Yeah,
Good
I
luck.
do.
Good luck.
I just don't have reach. And one more void point.
You missed
I
it.
missed it.
You missed it.
Yeah.
By 2.
Oh!
Yeah.
So you're like
18.
kind of. He starts getting to the point where you're almost kind of carrying him,
Okay, that's fine.
and then all down the front of his robes, and it's horrible because he's been mixing. He has that sort of
He's been mixing.
Yeah.
plum wine stuff mixed in with sake. Plus, he decided to eat some fish, and it's awful.
That's okay. I'm a crab.
He's used to this.
So you get to the docks, and Odie's... They're waiting. You're there, too.
Yeah.
He sees you, and...
I should probably wash this off. And I just walk into the water.
Okay.
Like
We're
there's
not
like
on
a
a
boat
dock?
ramp.
Well, there's like a little shore next to us.
Oh, I
Very-
thought we were going to be like,
Well, it's,
Oh, I forgot I can't swim, guys.
it's probably step, little lower, step, little lower, step, little lower, step. But yeah, he's underwater.
I thought he was going to be like,
You see robes. Just like the tails of his robes are floating on the top of the water.
Oh man.
I'm gonna fish him out of the water, man.
Okay.
See? This is better.
it's cleaner.
Yeah.
Let's get you inside.
When you pull me out, I'm probably like rubbing in the ocean. It's better.
All right, you guys get on the boat, and it's a crab crew, and they set off.
Really?
No, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, crane.
Oh, thank
crane.
God. I'm like, this is just hell.
Well, no, I mean, yes, like random sailor guys are not going to be a big deal with you. Like,
Crane. They're crane.
yeah.
Crane, they're crab. And you guys set off, and it's probably another week and a half, probably, and we can fast forward through that if you would
Well,
like.
there is one thing I want to do. Is
Yes.
we can early with Odie's with us?
Yes.
Have you been back to Crane or back to Crablands
No,
recently?
I have not. I have not been back for quite some time.
When was the last time you were there?
Oh.
And let's just compare this. Like, was it before me or after I left?
Wait, before.
Okay.
Probably. The last time
So
he
he
was
left.
probably there, because, I mean, not that much time has passed. It's only been like
Yeah.
5 or 6 months
here's
now
where I'm
since
going
the
with-
beginning of the game.
Here's where I'm going with. Yeah, I know. It seems like a long time, but it
Right.
not. Here's where I'm going with this. Is I just want to know what the general mood is in court. Like, is the Emperor?
He's never met the Emperor. He's never been anywhere. He hasn't been within probably
Well, is he a
200 miles of the Emperor.
Okay. Depending on who he's guarding, it's
Right.
possible. Okay, that's it. We can fast forward.
Okay.
going to teach Kimmy battle through Go.
Yeah. Totally gonna spend points on that shit.
All right.
And I'll probably
I'll
catch
take
up
some of that too.
Yeah, whoever wants to learn.
Yeah, I'll learn battle too. I actually have some.
Just in case we ever hit that damn table
We
again.
never will, but
Right.
good to know.
Well, as long if everyone in the party has battle, what team is going to use the table?
Well,
It's a deterrent, is what it is.
and still only having one rank in battle is not super helpful.
No,
No,
it's not that
it's not.
helpful.
Well, it was a lot more helpful than having none.
No, well, yes, but
I
it's
got
like
my ass handed
one
to
dice
me.
more helpful or something like that. Wasn't
Yes, but also if it's an
Yeah.
unskilled roll, doesn't it explode?
it?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I was this close to being like dead had he not healed me.
Yeah, for sure.
And you guys just shook, like whatever. It shook it off. So yeah, having even 1 point it was a lot.
I was more dead than you, but
No, he was almost
Yeah,
dead.
he was.
oh,
during
that's
the
right. After the
part.
battle part, that's
Mhm.
true.
Before we even walked in, I'm like,
That's right. I got
Coughing
kind of
up
lucky
blood.
on those rolls. I got
Yeah.
lucky on those rolls.
Okay. So you arrive
I
in
have no idea what
Mersubishi
those words mean.
Toshi. You arrive in Mersubishi Toshi.
All right.
And it's a beautiful spring day, and you can see that edge of the fields on the outskirts of the city are
Waving barley.
waving. It's green still, of course, because it's still early spring. But all the fields have been planted, and the crops are growing, and it's waving and dancing in the wind.
Okay, so I look down and I see one shoe, and I look up. Is there another one about ready to drop?
All right.
And you're in Mersubishi Toshi.
All right. Going to procure ponies.
Okay.
We've been sitting around on a
Oh,
ship.
you can just borrow them from
Okay.
the White Ashen
Yeah,
Stone.
that's cool.
It's ready to Fukusu. Fukusu.
Futsuku.
Futsuku. Yeah.
Futsuku keep. Yeah, thank you.
Or
I thought you were making that
Futsuka.
a bad foot joke again.
I
was
was.
like,
I
what?
wasn't trying to.
Okay.
Futsuka.
Futsuka. Yeah. Because we've been sitting around on a ship, so I don't feel like we need to chill out or rest at all. So
Right.
get on our ponies and ride.
Okay. So you start heading up toward
Yeah.
the Asai Valley, and that's again it's almost a day's journey.
Okay. Odie coming with us, or is he's gonna hang?
He
out?
says, "Oh no, I've been summoned to
Okay.
the Asai Valley."
Okay.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
But
Glad for your
he
company.
rides with you, and you approach the valley and go past that little village that you passed that had the zombies.
The zombie,
Okay.
the zombie one.
And it's been burned to the ground. But it looks like there's like a little farther on, someone is attempting to build some sort of an inn. Because there is a need
for an inn,
yes,
even
in this
though-
area. And you start approaching, and you see the telltale signs of columns of smoke coming up from the valley.
Son of a bitch. We'll ride faster.
Okay. And you
Hopefully it's just real burn.
Hopefully they just got into barbecue.
Yeah, well,
We got a new smoker and a bunch of brisket.
no. When I was a kid growing up in Oregon, they
love
would
barbecue.
burn the fields. It was part of it anyway. But so at certain times of the year, it was very smoky.
Right.
So hopefully it's just part of that. No, it's not going to be, is it?
It's not gonna
Why
be.
would it be?
Not this part of the year.
Nope.
Like if it was fall, maybe, because they
Right.
burn the husks after they pull
right.
they harvest the crops.
Be like, hey, we just started growing this stuff. Burn it. Let's start again.
Yeah.
That part's fun.
Well, you start to approach where the castle is, and the castle does not look well. The walls seem to have breaches in various places.
Are the breaches from outside in or inside out?
Pretty outside in. That's
Okay.
usually the way that ends up happening.
Unless something crawled up out of the
sure.
ground and knocked. Yeah, okay.
And
Odie, are you aware of any crab incursions into this land again?
I don't think so. And he's like looking at Futsuka Keep. He's like, I don't want to point this out. Look at the Mon.
You're gonna look at the Mon.
Make a perception roll.
I feel like we're all probably looking at the Mon.
He's got better eyesight than you. Can you make a perception?
No, of course better than me, but I'm sure somebody in the party has better eyesight than me. Everybody has better eyesight than me. I've got 8 on 2 dice.
Oh,
18.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's bad. 13.
There.
20.
Oh, okay. There's a Kunimon flying over Futsuka Keep.
Damn, I never should have left.
I told you, but you didn't want to listen.
Yeah, well, honor be dead.
Kuni, that's a crab family.
Yeah, I know.
The Kuni
The
witch.
Yeah, I
Shugenja
know.
family, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
And there is, you can see that the smoke is coming from. There is like a section just off the major crossroad where Futsuka Keep is, and there's a section that looks like they've clear cut it, and there's a fairly large pile of bodies that are being burned.
it may be that we are Ronin again.
Look at Jim. Look at the crab. Look at Jim. Look at the crab.
I'm going to go talk to the crab.
Yeah, we'll ride up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God. Is that Can I buy off this Infamous yet?
You can buy those off. It's
I
just
know,
really super expensive.
I know.
All right. So you make it up to the keep. There are craftsmen there remaking the gates. This is definitely the site of a major battle.
Oh my god. How many years of playtime? Wow. I'm sorry. Just like thinking about like how long Inukai has been there for us. And this might be the end of that.
Well, let's try to find somebody who looks samurai-y.
Okay. Well, there's samurai who were sort of observing or supervising the construction of the gates, and he's a crab bushi.
I have a question as a player. I don't know the proper. What would happen if, as Inukai, our daimyo was killed and the clan was wiped out?
You're Ronin.
We're Ronin again. Okay, I was thinking that's what happened, but I just wanted to make
No,
sure.
we could declare ourselves the new daimyo.
Good luck.
Fight
That
off the Kuni
might
crab.
not be the best course of action. I mean, I might be able to.
We could do that.
Wait a
The
minute.
worst part is that we're all ex-crab, so we're...
Speak for yourself. Some of us know how to cook our food.
Some of us know how to hold our liquor.
Some of us
be-
don't usually need it.
To be fair, you cook everything.
That's true. All right. Yes, we're writing up to the
So, but anyway, the crab bushi sees you approach, recognizes your mon, and then basically turns to allow you in.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's friendly.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, I'm
You're not wearing a crab mon.
still wearing my jade armor.
Yeah, but you're not wearing a crab mon.
You're wearing the
No.
Yukai mon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you're dressed like Inukai.
Yeah.
Perception plus battle.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was going to say too.
Does this look like a crab attack, or does it look like a crab defense?
Make the roll.
Oh.
29, or 28, 35.
This is a crab defense.
Okay.
That's better than we thought.
Yes.
Although I will tell you, you have not seen any Inukai around.
Right. I'm definitely making note of that, but the fact that they haven't murdered us is a good sign.
Yes, it does not. That does not appear.
Well, let's make it over to the main keep. and
Okay.
See who's in charge of the place now.
That's a really good observation. Thank you for
Good
that.
job, Eli.
Comma, if the crab attack, their siege engines would have leveled this place.
If they could bring them this far.
I'm more concerned about
Well, they
what
build
happened
them
to
right
the
outside.
Inukai.
Okay, I have another question as a player. Can you declare yourself the new daimyo of your clan?
No,
Good
You
luck.
have the highest glory?
you cannot.
Oh.
The emperor assigns whose daimyo what.
Can I, what is it, what do they call it? The
Well,
Sozokunin of
That's a champion, though. This is
Yeah.
just a family. This is just
Yeah.
a family.
the Sosokunin? Is that what I can name myself?
basically,
Can I call it?
No, but you'd be great at it. Don't sell yourself short.
technically, at the end of all this, if you survive, you could say, hey, look, I did all this great stuff for the clan.
Exactly.
That land would be super sweet.
And you do need somebody to keep an eye on all those peasants that can't keep an eye on themselves.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Give it to real crane? Oh, I used to be a
Technically,
crab.
if we convince the Asahina
Yeah,
to
I
grant
would
the
think
land,
that's
Yeah,
where
that's
that,
where you-
that's
yeah,
where that
no,
decision would lie.
because that's how they got the land in the first place. But the Asahina might not be super friendly with you since you killed her son.
He challenged me to a fucking duel.
That doesn't mean she can't have bitter feelings about it.
That's true, but I also returned his body to her, like, honorably and shit like that, so.
So riddle me this.
Could have left him in the
What
snow.
would make the crab come to the crane's defense?
That wasn't the same lady.
They knew the swords are here.
If it's the
The
Kunimon, I would
'cause
assume
it
that
was
it's
her other
probably
son
the
that-
Kuni who are
No, this is-
who have been
this is
involved
crap.
in the destruction of the swords.
Or
You're looking at the daimyo of the crab.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you
You
were.
guys walked in, and then
Oh.
the doors are open, and she's sitting there in her little dais.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was
But it's not
confused
the same
with-
old lady as before.
No.
The crab?
No.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yes.
The
yeah, it's
Yasuki
same
chick?
one.
Oh, okay.
No.
The one that we convinced
No,
to
she's Kuni.
lend
This
us a
is Kuni.
crab.
Oh,
It's not.
That's a
that would have
crab.
been awesome. But her son had died. That'd be sad.
That's right. I forgot they were Yasuki.
Yeah.
this is the worst
All
place for
crab-
me to be right now.
All crab daimios are old, angry ladies.
And
Yes.
I can live with that.
I can bring that to the Crane clan. The new tradition. I would be the old, crabby, angry crane lady.
Crabby crane. Makes sense.
It's accurate.
I'm feeling more and more uncomfortable, and not just because I'm surrounded by crab, but because I'm concerned that whatever caused the death of the Inukai was out in that garden.
How far is this place from Crablands again?
Far.
it's not super far. It's actually not super far. No.
Well, Cranelands and
Crane
Crablands
yeah,
border.
They have a border.
Well, I know they have a border, but there's on the border, and
Here's
there's
the wall. Here's Murasabishi's Toshi.
And then
So
we're in the
the
valley.
Acai Valley is probably here.
Yeah.
It's probably on the border.
so
it's
where
on
do the
border.
Crablands end?
At the big wall.
At the river.
Or at the river there.
No, that's where the Shadowland starts.
No.
The Shadowland is here.
Right.
This is the wall, so this is all crab here. This blue is crab.
Okay.
So there's like a no man's land in here. It says MC. I don't know who MC is.
Manus clan?
No, Manus is just M.
Oh.
That's the Hammer Clan.
Hammer time.
Too legit to quit.
But yeah, there's like some unincorporated land in between them, but it is fairly close. I mean, much closer than the journey you just took.
Well, because there's like encroaching, right, upon Cranelands, and then there's just like, hey, we're going deep into Cranelands trying to get to this castle.
You guys are pretty much kind of on the border. I mean, there's
yeah.
a few miles of farmland before you get to no man's land, or the unincorporated county land,
Suburbia.
So we're like in the 909?
Yeah.
All right. So
All the charm, half the teeth.
That's funny. Where did you hear that? That's
I just
funny.
made it up.
That's funny.
we're on it
Wow.
tonight, man.
Man, you're on it.
So, gonna bow deeply. Sama, my name is Inukai Mokiko. And forgive our ignorance, but we were sent by our daimyo far away and have been gone for a very long time.
You must come with me immediately. And she turns and she walks back towards the garden.
Do the thing.
Great.
We all go.
Okay. And the garden has been completely destroyed. Utterly destroyed.
Does it look like the things burst out, or it has been...
It looks like it got trampled and burned and crushed. I mean, there's breaches in the gates.
Yeah.
Do I sense the voids of the swords?
Give me some that
Sweet
The
roll.
sweet
wiggly,
six roll.
wiggly finger roll.
One less die now.
Yeah, there's one less die.
You only have 50 die instead of 51 die.
I killed his pet.
Yeah.
That's a good roll.
It's pretty good though.
Yeah, it's a 10 and a 7 and a 7 and a 6
24, 30.
and a 4.
We roll
And
that,
another
yeah?
Stop. Back it up.
You re-roll that, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't actually touch it. It was just pencil-y.
That's
No, I did touch it.
You did touch it.
Clearly.
That's a 1.
But it's fine. It's still plenty.
20, okay.
No, it's
It's
40.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
okay. All right. They're here. There were, what, 3 here?
3.
yeah.
You only sense 2.
Great.
Are there a lot of crows still around?
Yes. Yes, there are.
And are they still over the one?
You haven't gotten there yet.
'Kay.
You're still in the
Okay.
garden. She's like winding through the little paths.
I'll probably like do the whisper telephone game of
Okay.
the crew, letting him know like I still feel 2 of the 3 here.
Now you walk sort of into the back lot where everything was buried, and there is a lot of blood soaked into the ground here. And there's like a little lean-to kind of over on the side, and you see Oedo is there, and there's 2 crab shugenja that are sort of attending to him. He is not.
That's me as a player, not Mikiko.
Right.
Mikiko's happy that he's not dead. Kimmy wants to be the daimyo of the Inukai clan.
See me later. We'll figure it out.
He is displaying signs of the Shadowland taint. There are like green and black veins coming up
That makes me very sad.
from
Never mind,
his
I'm sorry.
up his neck onto his head, and he's seriously wounded. And she leads you right over to him and says to the 2 Shugenja there, "Give them privacy." And she turns and walks away.
Sama, we have returned. Too late, it seems.
They got nothing. They got nothing.
We have found a way to destroy the swords. Whether it can be replicated, I do not know, but we have destroyed one of them at least.
The Phoenix were able to destroy one as well.
Excellent.
Did they all die too?
They died defending this place so that they would not get the others. Had the crab not shown up when they did, they would have them.
Did the Phoenix? Did the Phoenix? Is there any record of how they destroyed that sword?
They divided the metal.
I see.
They divided the metal into 8 parts, and then they did something with one of the 8 parts. This was able to break the Consen's attachment to the metal. I do not know the specifics.
That is enough. Who was it that attacked?
It were the masked zombies. There were thousands of them. They were led by a man on a horse.
And was he killed or was he destroyed? No.
No.
The zombies, were they armed?
Yes. But some just with sticks and hose.
But some with swords.
A few.
Is there anything that we can do for you, Selma?
I should tell you of our family's history. This has been passed down from Junichiro to Renjiro, Rokai, Nikoma-sama, Isami, Chiaki-sama, and now to me. Our family was born of dishonor. This you know. We were Ronin. And the progenitor of our family was Lion. His name was Jabuke. And he was the son of a powerful lion noble. But he was caught engaging in blood magic. And when he was to be met with justice, he fled with his family, his wife and his children. But they abandoned him. They became what would be the Inukai. What happened to Jabuke has remained a mystery.
He was a Shuganja.
Yes.
And how long ago did he live?
And this is hundreds of years. Probably 200 years.
We met a Shuganja on the road. With a lion.
Well, sort of.
Coincidence?
The spirit one, at least. Yeah.
Continue, Selma.
We believe he may have gone to Kuromeku and established the Oak clan, who are also Inukai. Different families in it.
They're the evilest mon ever.
That looks like a tree, but it
Satan
also
tree.
looks like Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, you look at it and you're like,
The roots look
they're
like
evil.
tentacles.
Yeah, it's evil.
It's an awesome mon. A listener drew it. It's like,
Actually, somebody did a Cthulhu, like Gryffindor looking symbol. It says House Cthulhu on it. I bought that T-shirt. It's kinda-
we sent Crane to Kuromeku, but by the time they got there, he had disappeared. And you should know that our family and the Lion's Claws have a history. Our ancestor came upon one of these blades, we believe.
Really?
Some of our ancestors believe that he might have been one of the lion's children, but just seems unlikely. But perhaps, according to Rokai Sama, is one of the previous daimyos, he was the youngest, the one who would receive the Dew Claw. He was the one who was ordered to slay the maker of the swords.
Pointing at the picture on the wall of Rokai.
Right.
It's Tyler.
Yeah.
But I can say this, I have looked into the face of this Mahosukai. And I see in his features our family. Though it has been twisted by the Shadowland. If this is so, we owe it to our lineage, and to the Asahina, and to the Crane, and to the Emperor, to undo this. Promise me you shall make this so.
Well, I swear, Sama.
We have been cast out. We are all cast outs. We are the unwanted stepchildren of the Crane. We have endured endless indignity. Yet we have regained our honor in spite of it. Many clans, the line among them, speak of honored ancestors. We do not get such luxury here. While we have many honored ancestors, we have but one dark stain on our lineage, and we must erase it. It is our responsibility. And he dies.
Hold on. Okay. All right. He dies.
You can't hold on death.
Hold on.
I was going to offer him an honorable.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, this is still an honorable death. Like a seppuku, seppuku you only do if you've dishonored yourself. He didn't dishonor himself, so
He got tainted through the course of combat.
yeah, and died before it took over him.
Yeah.
At this point, crab instinct should be taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all back away.
we don't.
Burn the body.
That's not our job. Like, there's
But was there-
enough crab there who are
Was
going
like
to deal
Luther
with that.
Cooney with him?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dust off and
But no,
move
your
from
guys,
orbit.
they all
Oh yeah.
are all,
Get food.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
staring
No.
at the sky.
We'll motion them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? I mean, okay. Now, legitimately, not like Kimmy trying to take over the clan, but like, where do we stand now in our interactions with? I mean, are we Ronin now? Because he's dead.
You are technically, at this moment, Ronin.
Again.
That could be undone by the Asahina.
Okay.
Who's technically in charge of the valley right now?
The crab.
The crap. Cooney.
So our fate is in their hands.
Nope. You are not.
Well-
no loyalty to them. No. That's
Well,
a
if they
different
wanted to
family from-
murder us,
Right.
yes, but they basically came in to say, hey, look, we don't want the Shadowlands going crazy,
Right.
Yeah.
so we're going to try to help out these Crane defend.
Okay.
Unfortunately, everybody got wiped out.
But they haven't actually claimed. They haven't
no.
actually. Yeah, it's not a takeover.
Well, no.
They didn't invade.
No, like
But their mon is flying.
Right. I get that.
yeah.
Because okay. Good. I'm
So
not going to
let's-
argue it. I don't want to die.
if
So
the little old lady says to us, "You will swear fealty to our clan
Right.
or die," then yeah, okay,
You got a binary set there.
right.
But,
she might just be like, "Have fun."
Yeah. Right now we're sort of on our own recognizance. Well, you guys all are. I still got to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're cool.
and I'm still for hire.
God damn it! Are you in charge now?
Yeah, actually I am.
Yeah.
For sure.
Aren't you glad you got that full glory point earlier?
I know. Oh yeah. Does that get taken away? Oh, we still have glory.
No, your glory is still
Everybody
your
knows who you are.
Okay.
Your status rank may have gone down if it was up past a certain point, but your glory would be fine, and your honor would be fine.
And it's 8 o'clock, so we'll end it right there.
Okay.
Oh,
That's,
you were taking notes, right?
Well, I took notes of the family history stuff.
Of the,
And the final word
I are to dead.
of the last Inukai daimyo.
You would bother to carve.
okay. I mean, there are still. I mean, yeah. I mean, not all the Inukai are dead because there's still Inukai in Mersubishi Toshi.
There's a few. They're Ronin.
They're Ronin now too. Yeah. They
Right.
may not know they're Ronin yet, but
There might have also just been some injured that didn't actually.
And there's also
die.
the Inukai Bay.
Yeah.
But their daimyo, the way that had transpired is that their daimyo was in the valley.
yeah. No.
So they're all technically
they're
Ronin
technically
as well.
Ronin right now too. Okay.
But their lands are owned by Asahina
Right.
at this point.
So at some point, either Asahina will probably come in and take over and put someone from their family there, or
Or they may decide to
Elevate
reestablish
the
the
family,
vassal
yeah.
family.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, and again, there were a lot of bodies, but not everybody in the keep died. There might be injured, there might be wounded, so there's.
but they're still Ronin.
Yes.
Yes. So that doesn't change like
No.
who's in charge.
It
Okay.
depends.
It all depends on
Everybody-
how good the courtiers are and if
Yeah.
there's a clear line of succession.
Yeah.
Exactly. And if there are any members of the actual, the main family still alive to be able to take over the title.
You still have a shot.
Oh, actually.
Yeah, Mr. Vitor just asked. Yes, there are still Inukai at the Inukai Harbor, but
was-
they're under this Inukai, under this time. Oh, you did. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Cool. Awesome. Well, is that everything? Do we need to do any more wrap-up stuff?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So we'll be back with this game again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. And we have 3 swords that are not destroyed. We destroyed 2. And so we have 2 that are in our keep, and
One that is in the
one.
hand of.
I guess. Yeah.
We destroy one. You say the Phoenix
Phoenix.
destroyed another. And
And there's 2 buried.
there's 2 buried here, and there's still 1 out active.
Yes.
Okay.
Did I say that? I thought I just said that.
I
Yeah,
don't.
she sure did.
You might have. I was sorting through it myself.
Henry VIII to 6 wives was wedded. 1 died, 1 survived. No, 8 wives was wedded.
See,
1
it's
died,
one of
1
those.
survived. 2
Divorced,
divorced.
died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Right.
Yes.
I had to sort through it myself.
1 died, 1 survived. 2 divorced.
It's not you. It's
Yeah.
me.
3 Catherines, 2 Annes, and a Jane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. 3 Catherines.
Yeah.
He had a type.
Yeah. Well, also they didn't have very many names back then. Like everyone got named after.
Well, he just didn't want to bother learning a new name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because
He's like, bring me another Catherine.
Mind if I call you
Yeah,
Bruce?
please. Yeah.
I have used up my last one.
All right.
that's it. A lot of your name Mary.
I'm the king. I'm calling it Catherine. That's
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. We'll talk to you later.
This program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media Empire.